Hello
And welcome
to BB on Blast.
BBUK.
Finally, we're back. I'm Gaz,
I'm Lindsay.
also known as @BB_superfan on Twitter.
And me, Light Up VM.
And we are BB bunged up.
Yeah, it's not good, is
So
it?
apologies for that.
No, hopefully our energy levels will remain high-ish.
You've been suffering, haven't you, this week?
I have. I've been, I think it was the Big Brother house. It poisoned me. No, not really. Just being out amongst other humans.
What do you mean the Big Brother house? You say that you were inside the Big Brother house, were you? Tell us more.
You tell us more. You've got a lovely house tour to plug.
Yeah, if you haven't seen our house tour video, we were privileged to go inside the Big Brother house before the launch last Friday. We went in.
We sat in the chair.
Yeah, that video's out. Talked to Big Brother, met AJ and Will.
Yeah.
And then...
showing off lots of nice little details in the house.
Yeah, a little bit of close-ups. A little bit of chaos.
Yeah,
go and have a look. It's on the BB on Blast YouTube channel, and if you've watched it already, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and a lot of people have commented actually, and that was really nice.
Yeah, we got loads of nice comments, and just thanks in general to like all of our listeners this week. You've all been amazing. So we've not talked at all. Normally we do like a launch night pod, but you were there.
I was there.
Do you want to tell us?
I was in the thick of it.
What happened?
I will say that I wasn't in the best position this time
round.
No,
I didn't see you on TV.
No.
So I was like, where's Gaz? Well, he should have muscled his way to the front by now.
Did you see any very short women of a certain age at the front, one in an orange coat bouncing around? Because I was behind there.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I was looking for you.
I know. Also, I did try to sort of get a better position where I thought I might get more camera time.
Yeah.
Not only for that.
Yeah.
But and I didn't. But I've spotted myself, but it's very fleeting.
Right.
It's like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you can't see me. What happened? I was on the side, like where opposite the friends and family,
okay.
so I didn't get a chance to like mingle with any friends and family, which was a bit annoying.
That's no good for you.
And this time around, they cordoned off the friends and family. They had their own little bit.
Oh, VIP.
Whereas last time it was just like friends and family would gather around the bottom of the stage and come in and out as housemates came and went. But obviously the big difference this time was it was live. And so last time it took hours and hours to film.
God.
And this year there was no room for any error.
I thought Will and AJ did a great job.
They did a great job. They really did a great job.
Much better than last year.
Even though it was recorded.
Yeah, but I think they were just probably a bit nervous maybe last year. But this one just flowed like... And plus they've been doing it for, a whole series now, so...
What I was struggling to remember was, did the Celebrity Big Brother launch happen live or was that pre-recorded? Because I can't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, probably pre-recorded, I guess, because they sort of made a bit of a fuss about it being live.
True. One thing, this is a little bit of insight. I saw AJ and Will at the start. They went like, obviously they walked from the door, right? They went up to the door and they were like psyching themselves up for it. And I saw AJ go, "Oh, I've got butterflies." But like you would never know when it started. That AJ had. I mean, butterflies might be a good thing.
Yeah.
But like there was no sign of anyone being nervous.
But it must be nerve-wracking. It's just obvious it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's funny to think of a presenter being nervous before going live. Like I wouldn't have thought Emma Willis would get nervous.
Yeah.
Do you think she would? Maybe she does. Probably. Probably it's natural.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, even Emma Willis is human, I guess.
She must be.
Half woman, half goat.
But yeah, no, I don't really have much like gossip from the launch. It all ran smoothly. No boats crashed it or anything like that. It was all ran like clockwork.
Yeah, was it fun? I feel like you were tired and emotional.
I was tired. I was tired because obviously I had technical problems with our video. And I stayed up until 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Posting that thing. If anyone wants to fund me a new MacBook, you're more than welcome. So yeah, I was tired, and I will admit that I don't know if you felt it watching from home. 16 people in an hour and 45 minutes is just too many.
Right.
Don't you think? Did it feel like that to you?
It wasn't that... No, the amount to me was okay, but I just... on first impressions, I wasn't that impressed with the cast.
No, me neither.
Although, having watched this week, I think they're actually quite good now.
Me too. Yeah, really good. Actually really good.
We should have had more faith in Big Brother.
We should have done.
First impressions, I was like... After the first episode, I was a bit like... not really feeling it.
Well, I felt that the VTs were a bit bland. And obviously when you're in the crowd... your understanding of VTs is somewhat compromised because there's a lot going on and then it's not played particularly loud. And in fact, I changed positions and when I moved, I was by a speaker and it was just a much better viewing experience. I could see the screen clearer. I could see AJ and Will without cricking my neck, and I was right by the cars when they got out. So I was literally by the bumper of
Yeah.
the car, but because it was the opposite side to what they stepped out, you couldn't see me.
I saw the all the production
Yeah,
team there.
that girl. So in our video, if you've watched it, the girl that's startled by us entering the bedroom, she
she was lovely.
good vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, what her job is, but like,
she was nice.
it looked like she'd been hired to bring positive energy.
Yeah, I saw her cheering.
Yeah, and it's like Big Brother had said, you're the first person they see when they step out the car,
Yeah,
so
it's like,
please just
yeah.
have a big smile and be clapping. And
Yeah.
she didn't stop.
Yeah,
she
she
looked
was
so
good.
cute, and I thought,
Yeah.
I wonder if they're just going to remember me, but I thought, probably seen a lot of people that night. I obviously was wearing my old Big Brother 4 t-shirt because I was like, you know what, it's going to be like meta, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
back reference, and I'm an old fan, and I should be proud of being an old
It's
fan.
nice having the old people's views on a podcast.
Yeah, non-PC. Just saying what everyone thinks.
We're calling us non-PC makes us sound like Jim Davison or
Makes us
something.
sound like the Facebook
Yeah,
mums.
we're not
Jesus.
like that.
Maybe it was an American that's not used to people talking like that about their Big Brother.
Yeah.
This is a review that we had, by the way.
Yeah.
Someone said we were older.
Yeah, and nice to hear from the older generation. Fuck off. No, don't fuck off. But it's funny, I like it.
Anyway, as I was mingling around the audience, I was ended up speaking to this one guy who actually knew Bally and Brett from Gadio that we met at the house
Oh,
tours.
they were lovely.
And I think he presents like some gay radio station in the Midlands. And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, you work here, don't you?" 'Cause I had that Big Brother t-shirt, and I was like, "This logo is like literally 10 years old, if not 11 years old." Actually, I was like, "No, I don't."
That's cute.
Imagine if just wearing the t-shirt could
Yeah.
like, get you in.
Yeah, and then you just started working there.
Bypass security.
Yeah.
I'll work here.
Yeah.
I've been here since 2003.
Actually, I'm a housemate. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, Hallie was in the audience.
Oh, cool. Did you
And-
speak to her?
No, she was far over there. So she was on Late and Live afterwards.
Oh, I
but
did
she was
see
there
her,
in the
yeah.
audience. And then they have this accessible viewing platform. And a woman came up in a little mobility
Oh, yeah.
scooter.
Oh.
And I thought it was Carrie for a
Yeah.
second, but no, it wasn't Carrie.
Oh, that's a shame.
Few people thought it was Carrie.
That's hilarious. So let's talk generally about the well, we'd already seen the house. What else? Oh, the crowd was bigger, I thought, outside.
Yeah, it felt a little bigger.
It looked a lot bigger. Looked like there was a lot more people there than
One thing
usual.
is that they will put you in the crowd and there's like white lines to sort of not overstep, obviously because there's like cameras moving around and stuff. But they don't really care if you move once you're in.
That's
you
good.
can sort of mill about.
That's good.
And also, if you are going to the audience and you're thirsty, just find the applause store people because they won't offer you water or tell you that they've got water for you. But if you ask them, they will give it to you. And it's a long while to wait because once you get in and they turn off your phone, like that's hours before, right? And then you could be in that queue for hours and they take the water off you way before you get to the studio. So just make sure that you ask for that water because they won't tell you about it.
Well, our friend Matt, Toronto Matthew P.
He wants to go.
He's going. He's
Is he
got the
going?
tickets.
Oh, great.
I sorted him out. Well, I didn't sort him out.
You did, sort of.
Well, sort of. I helped him out. So yeah, that's cool.
One thing as well, actually, I spoke to, I think his name might be Paul, and if you ever went to the Elstree eviction shows, he was the warm-up guy, the original warm-up guy, and he now works for Applause Store, and I just said to him, you know, I remember you from way back, and he was like, so
I bet he
nice.
loved that.
And I was like, you had such good rapport with Davine, and he was like, yeah, I'm still in touch with Davine. And he goes, we were trying to work out when it started, and I said 2000, but I think maybe they were thinking at Elstree. But he was like, so kind to me, and I was beyond security, and I needed to meet Dan, who'd come in late, and Dan had got food for me.
Okay.
But he was at the previous point.
Okay.
And I had to ask, could I go back? And sometimes
Right.
these stuff can be a bit
A
militant.
bit funny, yeah.
But I thought if I ask Paul, I think
Yeah.
he's called Paul, maybe
Yeah.
he's probably the best chance. And I had such a nice chat with him.
Yeah.
And he was just saying like how much he loved being the warm-up guy on the show back then. And that like the memories of it are so good that he could never go back to do it now, kind of thing.
Oh, interesting.
But like he hasn't aged a day since he was doing it at Elstree.
Yeah,
It was
good
just
for him.
nice little chat. And he was like, "Oh, the twist tonight is excellent."
Yeah.
And I have to agree.
Yeah.
Because what did I ask for?
Oh, I can't believe that. They're literally the only person who wanted a divided house. And they heard you and did
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. We'll talk about that.
Well, we'll
Carry
talk
on.
about it. Okay.
Keep us on
Have
track,
you got
sorry.
any sort of... I'm not going to go through each housemate bit by bit because we've got changed our impressions on them by now, but were there any sort of first impressions, people you liked, people you didn't like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's an obvious not like, isn't there? Which is Ryan, just based
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
the spoon.
identify as a spoon
Yeah.
comment.
Do you think that's just clickbait though?
Well,
you're just
yes.
saying it to get in. He actually seems quite nice.
Well, this is the part of the problem, but 100%. So I did actually tweet a thread of my thoughts, which I took ages to write and did it the day after. But anyway,
I totally missed
both Nathan, who obviously said he admires Farage,
yeah,
and Ryan, who said woke, blah blah blah, whatever.
yeah,
I just thought this smacks of I'm saying stuff to get on Big Brother.
yeah, yeah.
And it was Ryan that came up on stage and said, like, "Oh, sorry to my girlfriend for anything that I said in my VT or whatever."
Oh right,
and I'm
yeah.
like, this all feels fishy.
Fake, yeah.
Because really, is he that?
He didn't seem like he was.
He doesn't seem like that
No,
much of a dick.
no.
But at the same time,
Yeah,
there's a
could
big
be.
question mark
Yeah.
over whether it's ethical to say these things. But like, I understand that Big Brother's a social experiment, and we want people with like some dodgy
we
views
do what
sometimes.
we do, yeah,
So they can be questioned and so
Yeah.
they can be discussed.
yeah, yeah.
Because if
we don't want
everyone
everyone
in there
no.
was liberal lefties like
No,
we are,
no.
where's the fun?
Yeah,
But there's some real kind of concern from people associated with Big Brother, like Nadia, like India, about the dangers of putting these kind
Right,
of people on TV
okay.
and just sort of like flippantly allowing these comments to be part of a mainstream show.
well, that's what people are like, though.
It's true, they are, yeah, they are.
But I think what might have counteracted it is if they had a trans person, a non-binary person. I feel like we're a bit
but they
lacking on that side of. That's what
I thought that too.
That was my biggest disappointment, and one that seemed to be on Twitter that night. No, not enough older people, and not enough sort of gay representation. I know
Yeah.
there's 2 lesbians, but I don't know. I just felt a bit straight guy heavy that first night.
I also thought white woman heavy
Yeah.
too, because like you had Rosie, now baked potato,
Yeah.
going first, and then I think Emma, then Martha as well,
Yeah.
and Lily. I was like, all
Ali.
these girls. I mean, Ali for me stands head
Yeah.
and shoulders above
Yeah, but
every
she's a
other,
white
other
woman.
girl. Yeah. She is, yeah. But I thought, like, with the blonde women, I was like,
Oh,
God,
there was a
how
lot
am
of
I gonna
blonde
tell
women,
them
yeah.
apart?
Yeah.
People's instinct within, I don't know if you felt it, but I heard it within the crowd when Martha walked in.
Yeah.
It's like, well, she's a bit like Josie.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah.
Is that a lazy comparison to me?
Well, I heard Gemma Collins, but it's just like, yeah,
Right.
sort of vaguely chubby, and you're getting compared to them. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Josie, I can see more so because of
Yeah.
like the dress aesthetic,
Yeah.
perhaps. Any favourites? I think for me, and in fact, this is something from the crowd, and then you should tell me. You should be able to tell me what it was like on TV. But
Yeah.
Days, Days, I loved from the VT, and you could feel that within the crowd, some people didn't like the idea of a climate activist.
Right.
Did it feel like she got a reaction or a negative reaction to you? Can you remember?
I don't feel like anyone really got a negative reaction. Even
Ryan
Ryan didn't really. I didn't
No.
hear like massive boos. I could be wrong because it was all going by a bit quick again. But
Well, I think they did.
No, I
they
didn't.
think they might have made the point of
Yeah, don't.
it's the
boo
launch
on the
night,
first
let's keep it
night.
upbeat.
Yeah.
I think they said that.
Which is fair.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you put in these buzzwords in your VTs,
Yeah,
and
true.
therefore
Yeah.
people should react accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
but-
didn't make any noise for Ryan. That was my
No.
silent
Ooh,
protest.
Silent protest. Nice. Better than a dirty protest, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, Days. I felt like the reaction was mixed, and then Days said,
People have mixed views on it, don't they?
"Yeah, I think Days was asked. The question was something like, what would get you hot under the collar, or something?
Right.
What would
Yeah.
whatever turn the heat up for
Yeah.
you?" And then she was
Climate
like,
change.
she was like someone who denies climate change.
Right.
And I went, woo! Like,
Yeah.
because Days would confront it.
Yeah.
But some people booed.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, I didn't know, like, hang on a minute, should I be booing? Like,
Yeah.
am I booing because some people deny
Right.
climate change?
Right.
Or should
Or are
I be
you
whooping
booing-
in support of Days
Yeah.
being in opposition to it?
God.
And then I didn't know what anyone
the
believed
boo
anymore.
whoop confusion.
Yeah. And obviously,
Yeah.
the ladies of a certain age before me,
Yeah.
who was quite short,
Yeah.
who I actually had a run-in before with in the queue
Did
for
you?
smoking, those ones.
Oh, were they smoking? Oh, shit.
They were looking at each other as if to be like, oh, there's climate
right.
change people, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I get it. People think that, what's it called? Just Stop Oil is ridiculous. And
Yeah.
some of the things they do are a bit ridiculous.
Oh, some of the
but
things they
the
do
point
are
that Days makes is like, oh, extreme action.
Climate change is real.
Yeah.
And the point that they're trying to make is like, you're going to be more inconvenienced than someone blocking the fucking motorway if, like, the fucking ocean overspills.
Yeah,
the
won't be a
planet's
motorway.
going to be gone. That's the point they're trying to make. People are kind of stupid if they don't understand it. I get that it's annoying, but anyone who's, like, anti those people, it's just like... it's like they're trying to, like, make the world better. They are. The only thing I will say is they are always a certain type of person, like slightly posh. Do you know what I mean? Like
champion socialism.
Yes, no, but they are slightly unrelatable. These people.
Yeah. But maybe Daisy's going to make it relatable.
Yeah.
I personally like Daisy.
I like her as well.
And I knew I was ready to back her, but actually, my favourite person from the VT was probably Hannah.
Oh, I really like her.
And when she stepped out of the car, my God,
beautiful.
she was stunning.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, that's my initial thoughts.
I'm trying to think who my initial... how do you say his name?
Shagan?
Shagan. How you knew it? Because
because it's not spelt Shagan.
I thought it was Shagan at first. Shagan, okay.
Shagan,
him, I was a bit...
pretty bland.
Wasn't that
his
happy,
VT made his personality the church.
Yeah, well, that is kind of his personality.
No, but this is the problem with the VTs, and I've heard other people say this. It's like, back in the day, the VT would be your audition footage, right? Mm-hmm. So you get to know them a bit more. It just felt like these were... I liked the way they looked. Oh my God, we've got a cat.
There's a cat in the
middle of the studio. I liked the way the VTs looked, but they felt very much produced to me. I didn't feel like we were getting an insight into who the people were.
No, not at all.
But yeah, for Shagan, I was like, oh God, we've got someone who's just...
God bother.
Which we don't really usually get, these people that come on Big Brother UK. I think it's quite common in the US, but in UK to come on him, be so vocal as if religion is all you've got.
Yeah.
And that's not all he's got. In fact, I've not heard him... Well, I have heard him talk about religion on the live feed. I'm not sure about in the main show. But he's proven to be more entertaining than I expected. Yeah,
actually, there's certain bits... That's the thing I think I'm discovering about people. They're kind of like multifaceted, but I know.
No, but we didn't really see it last year.
No,
that's
but when
why.
they came in, it's like I'm making one judgment, then like coming out with other things. It's like, oh, okay, there is more to them than I thought, which I'm liking.
My gut reaction was that this year, more so than last year, well, actually, very much more so than last year, I think Big Brother has cast slightly for conflict.
Yes,
because people were coming in with some sort of odd views occasionally.
They were literally doing like the US style Big Brother thing of like, I hate gay people, and then like the most gayest person ever. Oh, like Marco and Ahmed.
Yeah,
Ahmed, sorry.
But this is what I said. If you're going to go for conflict, go all out. Do Marco versus Ahmed.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't have been more polar opposites, could they? I am not a sandwich. It's just, oh God, the glory days. I'm not going to bother to go into too much more of my first impressions, because I think we'll sort of come to it as we talk about them like later in the week, if you know what I mean.
My initial kind of summary of it was promising cast, but iconic. I'm not sure at this point.
No,
however,
I was disappointed.
I wouldn't say I was overly disappointed. It was definitely hard to get over the old cast, I think.
Yeah, I think so, because they were so unique last year, I think.
Yeah.
And it was all new anyway.
However, I think that they're delivering more in these first 4 days than last cast did maybe in a whole series.
Yeah, they probably are. Oh God.
And another reason why I think the launch wasn't quite as good was because we had the in-runs entrance and like hide in, and that was the meme that blew up, and we didn't really have anything that was that memeable.
No. So the twist. Tell us about the twist.
The twist.
Is it even a twist? Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Very much a twist. What are you talking about? So Big Brother lied to us because Big Brother said we could look into every room of my house. He told us that in the diary room. There you go. Never trust Big Brother. No, because we didn't see not only the storeroom, but
the storage room.
But the storage room. Which I have no idea where it's located because it's down a blue corridor.
You're looking on the plans. You should have.
I was looking on the plans. Shit.
Was it on the plan?
I couldn't see anything that I thought was different, unless it is just the large task room.
Yeah.
But the large task room is at the end of the diary room corridor, which is red.
Ah.
So it's a blue corridor. I don't know quite where it is.
Who knows?
What did you think about this I liked it that it was completely at random whether you go on the blue or the red side. They hammed it up about, you've got to make a case to convince them.
Yeah.
There wasn't really the time for that to play out, was there?
It was annoying me, the fact that it was uneven.
Was it?
Yeah, and then when it, they put, most of them in, it was I kind of like that, because it's, more torture for them, isn't it? The bigger side went in.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite... Because someone was like, when you lot go in there, it's like... They didn't even go in there. I felt sorry for Ali, because she was stuck with the guys, wasn't she? She was stuck with the lads. But she was in the house.
the main house?
In the main house, yeah. She was the only one. She was the only girl in there at first.
And it was Shagan...
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, I can't remember.
Is it Khalid? Khalid. See, I've not got the name. We need the cheat sheet.
Well, we've got a cheat
Have
sheet
we got the
from
cheat
Alfie.
sheet? We need the cheat. We need the cheat sheet, because I've not quite got the names all down pat, I don't think.
So, I would say it wasn't necessarily the divided house format that I would have liked.
I can get the cheat sheet on my iPad.
But I thought it was done really well.
Mm-hmm.
Because where they found all that space, how did you realise?
No.
When we were walking around the house, that's why we saw all that old stuff hanging up.
Oh yeah, the ant costume.
The ant costume.
Yeah,
we saw that
it.
on the mannequin.
We did. We saw it.
And then the chicken costume hanging up. Plenty of things were out there.
Yeah.
And that's why.
We thought it was
the
just
storage room dressing.
We thought it was just hanging around from God knows when, didn't we?
Yeah. So my favourite thing was that it was completely at random, and Big Brother, when they released the result, it was completely by chance, because they'd already decided what was red and what was blue going to be, right?
Yeah. Right.
It's like the bit on the side studio in here. We've got the cheat sheet up on the desk.
Whose names don't I know yet? I think Izaz is one of the main ones, because I don't think he's been featured very much.
His VT, he seemed likeable but boring.
Akeem.
Very much Akeem energy, but yeah.
Do we need the same person again?
Yeah.
No, we do not.
It's normal to make these comparisons, I think.
Yeah, of course it is. So what do you think of the storage room?
Oh, I thought the storage room was great.
It was good, wasn't it?
I mean, I never thought ITV would be doing Channel 4 references.
No.
To have the Tree of Temptation and Alison's Table.
Yeah, that was fun.
And there's a whole lot more in there as well. Did you see anything that you thought, surprised to see that there?
No, but I just liked it. The wheelie bin of...
The celebrity would have been a shame.
Yeah.
The clown was there that Zizi had to hide. And then there was also, unbelievably, and it can't be the original, Mario's mole costume.
Was that?
In the back. Yeah, I am a mole.
Oh, hilarious.
I don't think it's... I think they've recreated it, because I don't think it's the Channel 4
It's definitely not Alison Hammond's bench either.
No, it's not, because that bench did not look like that. And that's definitely not the Tree of Temptation, because after he was a tree, he was drawers.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But I appreciate it anyway. Yeah. It was a bit like...
Easter egg.
It was Easter eggy. The perfectionist in me was like, for God's sake, you could have done it a bit better. But
what do you mean done it better? What, just the way they got everything just dumped in that room, or
just the labels and things? So I was like,
oh right,
looks a bit art department.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, it is the art department.
Well, it is. Yeah. What about
no shade, task team? Sorry.
No, they did a good job. I liked all that stuff. The only thing I didn't like was, I know you wanted the house divide, but first night I just wanted them to all get to know each other and to see more of the house. Right. It just felt like it was sort of cut off before I wanted it to.
It.
Why?
Because Big Brother last year, if you remember, started with party games, and it felt like, it's just like kids' Big Brother or something. This year it felt like it's getting a bit more twisted again, and I need him to get a bit more dark with it. And the intro was slightly dark, and then the room looking like Heidi and Spidey's basement. Did you notice? I bet you didn't.
No.
As we were walking around the house, inside the warehouse, they had all these camp beds stacked up.
Oh, did they?
Around the edge. And I just thought, why the hell are they there? They must be for the staff on the night shift if they need a kick or something.
Night. Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was for the storage rooms.
Did they even have camp beds in there?
Yeah, they gave them.
I thought they were sleeping on a roll of bubble wrap.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did say there's one mattress, and there was one camp bed when Jordan and David Potts looked around it. But yeah, they definitely gave them camp beds to sleep on. I think that would be inhumane.
David Potts is irritating, just saying.
Well, let's just say David Potts went down in my estimation when I met him, and he refused to talk to me on this podcast.
I don't think he's that interesting, so never mind. So that was pretty much it for the launch show. Can
we just talk about representation again, not reputation.
Yes.
Because my my feeling was, it's not as diverse as last year, because I really last year appreciated the sort of very obvious cultural diversity. But as we started to hear some of the housemates stories, they actually are quite diverse. Obviously, like Khalid has a non-British background, but he's lived here for a long time.
Is he from Lebanon?
Lebanon, I think. Yeah. But like, I felt like last year we had Farida, who was very much like visibly culturally distinct, and like Trisha's backstory, Yimran, Zach as well with his Thai upbringing. But I'm starting to see that there is stuff to give.
Underlying thing. Obviously, we've got disabled representation with Thomas as well.
Differently abled, is it?
Yes, sorry. He's not really disabled because he's bloody a football player, so but you know what I mean. Differently abled. Arissa taught us that. And like that for me, because we're just looking at the cheat sheet here, which Alfie sent us, by the way.
Thanks, Alfie.
But Dean, like, for him to be like the main gay representation, I know there's Nathan as well, but he's not in there really to be gay. He's in there more to be like posho and talk about the royals. For Dean to be the main male gay representation, I don't feel like he's very rootable as a gay character, and considering most of the fans are gay guys, I feel like, is that the best gay character we could I
100% agree, because you're right. Can you imagine how many gay people would have applied for the show, and it's Dean that
I feel like he's not very rootable. I feel like if he went tonight, because we've not seen the eviction tonight, listeners, we should watch it and then come back. I feel like if he went, I'd be like,
I would like him to go. Actually, I prefer him to go out of this lineup, but he's not going to go.
No. Vote to evict.
To be honest, I do want Ryan out now. I think to take the chance to take Ryan out now is the best thing, because Ryan may not get nominated again for a while.
I think Nathan's got a good chance of going as well.
I think Nathan's going to stay for the long run. I think Nathan's got like staying power, and he's got, especially if you're watching live feed last night, he dragged up, and it was just funny.
Oh, okay. I like him personally, but I like
a good character for it. I think he's going to be finalist potential, to be quite honest with you. Oh my God! I'm saying it now. Calling it now.
Wow.
Faraj saying that, I just think that's a buzzword. I actually think he's lying about working for the Royals. What do you think?
100%.
His mum was on what's it called, Late and Live.
He
didn't really talk to us about it.
No, is he? Basically, the woman on this morning was saying, I know everyone who's worked for the Royals, and he basically hasn't. Also, when he was 17, you wouldn't be working for King Prince Charles when you're 17. They wouldn't let you do that.
Household staff, I don't know. He might be.
Maybe Prince Andrew. But oh no, that's young girls that he likes.
Okay,
allegedly.
Here's what we haven't addressed yet. We've got to. Lily.
I can't believe we've not mentioned her yet.
Me neither.
That's shocking. Whoa. At first, I was very anti, and now I'm like, okay, she is quite fascinating to watch.
Me too.
Just her facial expressions, and just when people are having a serious conversation, like... That's a good face.
Lily in the background of the discussion between Days and Ali about...
what's colonialism?
That. What was the discussion? About therapy being white dominated and like basically gaslighting Days' experience of racism. Lily just there. Just like wanted to be included but having no clue. It's hilarious.
She will learn a lot if she stays in, but I'm telling you, vote to evict. She's going to go when she's up. She's going to go.
Well, she was fully too much in the storage room.
I mean, she literally lost her voice. She was screaming so much.
Yeah, well, good. That'll teach you a lesson, Lily. But like,
I would have actually just punched her in the face. I could not. I could not. Sarah, I know people are like, Sarah crying, blah, blah, blah. I felt sorry for Sarah being around her.
Oh, me too. I actually like Sarah.
I actually kind of like
Sarah's
her as well.
Got really good TV potential.
Yeah, she's multifaceted as well.
Yeah. I thought Lily is really putting on an act here.
Yeah. You can't sustain it, can you?
Well, she couldn't.
No.
Literally. Yeah. She ran herself into the ground.
Ran out of steam.
Yeah, but like, what I wasn't sure about, and actually, in retrospect, what I don't believe anymore is that I don't think she was, in a calculated way, trying to be a character or trying to annoy people. She's just... But why are you there going, whoa?
What, at 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was?
Is she on the spectrum?
This is what I was going to say. Is there something wrong with her? Like, no offense.
Right, I don't know about wrong is the right term.
No, but something's not, it's normal. Is she not? Jesus. This is why we got that review.
Neurodivergent.
Is she neurodivergent? She's something, because that's not normal behaviour. She's
It's definitely not understanding social cues, so that's what I'm wondering.
She does kind of remind me of Nikki Graham in a way.
Well, I will 100% say she's got the Jade Goody and the Nikki Graham factor about her, which is not a bad thing in Big Brother.
Like when she's on screen, I like can't help but look at her because she's just like pulling a weird face or just like making a weird noise, or she's just like fascinating.
And have you ever seen a housemate move so fast out of a car and down a runway? Like a whippet. She was so fast. I couldn't believe it.
The thing I did have a truck with was when she spat out that food. That was disgusting. I don't agree
what
with
was
that.
weird about that was she goes, "Is there meat in that?"
Yeah.
As if she couldn't eat meat. And I thought, hang on a minute, you're trying to make them think you're vegetarian and you've eaten meat. But I don't know if she was. We've got to interview that one.
She's interesting.
We've got to interview Lily after this.
But she is very, very annoying as well. But I don't want her to go.
She's got a likeable side to her though as well, which will come out.
All I can say is when she walked into casting, they must have been rubbing their hands together with joy, because that's a unique person right there.
And I didn't think that we'd find this archetype again.
No.
They're pretty much diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Even though at first I thought she's jumping through any hoop to get airtime.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's necessarily the airtime warrior that I thought she was.
I think people are kind of warmed to her as well, and they're sort of looking after her now. And if she stays, she will have a hell of a journey. But I don't think she can survive on a vote to evict. No chance. Vote to evict is insane. It should not be a vote to evict.
Well, I tell you what.
What?
Never underestimate the power of the Facebook mum. So if she's up against a black woman...
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, she'll survive that.
So, well, there's only Days or Hannah, I guess.
Yeah.
So... Oh God! Well, if Daisy is up, she'll go because of just up for all thing.
While we touch on that, it's the usual slurry of, I just don't like her and veiled
don't know why
veiled racism.
Just
towards,
something about her I don't like.
All of it towards Days, but Days has got the added.
Where's this on Facebook? Have you actually been looking on there? I can't.
I've been looking on there because it's a good avenue to promote our stuff, but I don't really know if that audience would ever really stick with us.
Everyone's just like, because we posted like us in the diary and chair. I was like, "Who are you?" Well, BB on Blast. I was like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
Jesus.
rude. It's
No.
like, I don't know who these two are.
You're not meant to, but I get to know
It's
us.
an audio format, not a visual.
Anyway, I worry for Days because not only is she a black woman, she's also got the climate thing, which people are ready to target her for.
Her days are numbered when she's on the block.
That's not a joke. They are, and also her accent is going to work against her.
What is her accent?
Posh.
Oh, posh. Yeah.
Although, as she mentioned herself, she recognises when it's been of benefit to her. And then, sorry, I was going to say Hannah. Where is Hannah on there?
Here she is.
Oh yeah, Hannah. To go in and say she's a bit ghetto. I feel like we don't really hear people people say that on British reality TV much. Not least because we don't really have ghettos here, but ghetto is more of a sort of character type, I suppose.
Right.
I just think to come out with that as at the forefront, or not that she shouldn't, but like it's already a target for that race's audience, isn't it?
Oh, right. Well, she's going to be a target for them, whatever she says.
Yeah, true.
Emma I like as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I think she's quite funny.
She's our oldest housemate at 53.
I did a good tweet when she went in.
Did you? I didn't see the tweet.
Amanda Golden, I said. Don't you think that was pretty good?
As in like golden age?
No, like Amanda Holden, because she was like a golden Amanda Holden.
But she was wearing red.
Yes, that was a bit niche. No, because she's orange.
Oh, I see.
I thought that was a good tweet. Obviously not. It has to be explained. Obviously not.
Well, she went in with the whole mother thing. And the gays are looking for their mother.
Oh, of course they are.
But is Emma mother material?
I think she is.
Do you?
Yeah, I like her.
But look at the big mothers of reality TV of the last few years.
Yeah.
Traitors, Amanda and Diane. They're very much a different energy to Emma. I don't know if she's really going to be embraced in that way.
Oh, look at Angela from BBUS. She's the...
What about Shagan saying he's going to find a new mummy in the house, whatever he said?
God.
Quite
What
odd.
about Shagan's reaction when Lily came?
That was great.
That was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Where is the gif of that? I need it. It's just like, ooh. Woo!
Yeah, where are the gifts? Come
Yeah,
on, Big Brother.
I need a gif of that. That was just and then he was like, "Yay!" It was like he'd just seen a ghost. Oh God!
What are we going to do about going through?
Let's just talk.
Happened?
Let's just
continue to talk generally.
Well, we can do. Shall I look through for a few pointers?
Lead us down the path
Okay.
of recaps.
So, what's her name? Oh fuck. Martha said she loves Alison Hammond. We had a conversation between. Oh God, see, that's not very good. Khaled and Shagan about religion and how Islam and Christianity are similar.
Did we?
Yeah, they both have the same God. So that's useful to know.
Well, we know that all those old texts are like
Yeah, it's all
somehow
part of the
linked-
same thing,
multiverse,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah.
It's like the original Marvel universe.
Shout out
multiverse.
Ainsley. Marcelo, he's someone we've not mentioned yet.
It's all connected. Oh, what a creep,
he's
isn't
cruising for a Me Too moment, isn't he? It's just so creepy.
I mean, his whole shtick was he's a Peter Andre fan, and he also seemingly mimicked his look, modelled his look on Peter Andre.
34 is going around acting like that. Oh yeah, I just want to sleep with a different girl every day. Grow
Yeah,
up.
it's quite
Just
juvenile,
comes across
isn't it?
sleazy as fuck. Yeah, that's wrong.
And when he walked out of the car and he was like opening his shirt, as if he's like something really special.
He's horrible. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets thrown out. What about the Lily?
I don't know if he's that bad. Go on.
I wouldn't be surprised. What about Lily versus Sarah rivalry?
Sarah, hi, she's just like, hi, I'm Sarah.
Yeah.
That is just pure face value judgment, isn't it? And I love that Lily didn't have the filter to know to not be like that.
Yeah.
And to just say it.
Yeah. How could Lily just think that acting like that in the middle of the night is acceptable?
I've no idea.
What the fuck?
I have no idea.
What about Lily just going on about the Chinese takeaway and like reading out like what an order would be? See,
It seems like that's her life.
That's sort of spectrum-y, in my opinion. I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Bear in mind, all of these housemates would have been through the psych tests and the psychological screenings, so they're all sound
I'm sure they
in
are.
terms of like they've been made checked to be stable, just like Shabazz was.
That's unfortunate. Marcelo said he was probably going to lips it about Ali.
Saying it was
Yeah.
disgusting. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. What we failed to mention is double lesbian representation. That is a big win for Big Brother. Like, we've never had two lesbians in the house at the same time.
Really? Ever?
I don't think so.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone will.
Wow.
Alfie will.
That's
But I don't
shocking.
think we have.
Bloody hell.
And what I really like is, I don't know, then, this is going to sound terrible, but like, they're both maybe that's a problem, but they're both femme presented lesbians, so they're maybe not what people would expect. Hence, someone like Marcello goes, "Oh, lips it."
Yeah.
Well, no, you won't, because actually she's got no interest in you for
No.
a couple of reasons.
And even if she was straight, I'm sure she still wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're an idiot.
And I really, it's not the same premise, but I really enjoyed I Kissed a Girl, the dating show with lesbians. The standard of the drama was just so much better. Not that I think that Martha and Ali are going to be dramatic, but I was just like, yes, I'm really happy to see this. And I feel like lesbians are really underrepresented.
Yeah, they are.
In reality TV.
Yeah.
Like, gay men get a lot of
Yeah,
coverage,
they do,
but
yeah.
lesbians don't.
That's true.
So this is like, the dawn of the lesbian.
Oh, good. Can't believe Ali's 38. Fuck, she looks
She
good.
looks amazing.
Wow.
The hair.
Yeah, her hair is absolutely gorgeous.
She's my age.
She looks really
Better
good.
than me, doesn't she?
Well, in a different way. What else? Something about that. Fuck the old woman, let her die on her mattress. I think Emma said that.
Okay, good. I'm glad it was Emma that said it. It'd be a bit of an issue if it's someone else.
Can I bring up something?
Yeah.
People saying it's giving this, it's giving that, it's giving getting on my fucking nerves. I don't think it's getting a bit
I
overdone.
said it
at
in
the
our
moment.
house video. It's giving details.
Don't think it's annoying.
That
It's
is
too much.
that is gay slang gone mainstream.
It's gone wild. It needs to go back. Take it back.
It's
The mainstream
giving
don't want
OTT.
it. Just stop. The next person who says that, I'm on my shit this big time.
Spoiler, it's me.
I'm probably going to say it next. What the hell is that noise? something's happening outside. An alien.
It sounds like the aliens have arrived.
Alien
Is that an
has
electric
arrived.
car?
Fuck
God.
knows.
Yeah.
Stop.
We're about to be abducted. God, this hasn't happened for a while.
Emma wants Lily gagged, bound, and put in a box for a few hours.
Just for a few hours.
Just until she stops breathing. Then she said she's probably going to chill out tomorrow. Well, I fucking hope so.
Yeah, that was good.
that was
good
funny.
That's actually my only note from this episode. And I've then put 4:34 a.m. Lily is still shrieking and imitating Martha. Was she?
Good.
Maybe it was Sarah. I don't know.
God.
Oh yeah, Alison Hammond. I love Alison Hammond. She was imitating Martha
Oh.
because she came in and got excited about the bench. Go on.
Yeah, Sarah's emotional and overwhelmed and said Lily is sensory overload.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I mean, she is. She's even visual overload just on TV.
That would honestly drive me up the wall because I'm really like sound sensitive.
Yeah.
And that's placing me somewhere on the spectrum as well. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I'm sure we're all somewhere on the spectrum.
Of course we
That's
are.
for sure.
That's why it's a spectrum.
Yeah. Imagine if you just like nothing, no neurodivergence at all, just straight.
I often wonder:
straight.
can you be? And
Can
is
you
that
be?
possible? And what would
No.
it be like?
But
Because I'm definitely fucking neurodivergent.
Yeah,
I think I'm ADHD, probably.
Oh, you've got a few issues. Me and Gaz were having a row earlier. Not a row, just a bit of handbag.
She's just getting a bit aggy. Whoa!
I'm just passionate about people being on time.
Sorry, we're not making light of that conversation. We will talk about it, and it was
not.
important.
Okay, Tuesday. Have you got anything for Tuesday?
Oh, probably not.
No, okay, shut up.
Day 2. Was it day 2?
So, what, do you want to talk about the title sequence, or is it going to start upsetting you?
Why is it so slow? Okay.
I didn't understand what you were talking about for 2 days, and
Now
then I
you
finally
know.
paid attention. I was like, oh, right, yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, if we want to talk about that sort of thing,
Well, why not?
I was very surprised that they've done no new sound design. Mm-hmm. It's the same sounds as last year.
Is it?
Because that's one of those things with Big Brother. It's the new visuals, it's the new sounds, it's the new...
Not on BBUS.
The new... Well, no. But
Same
on,
sounds for 25 years.
But on UK, it's like, this is the new feel of this
Yeah.
this series, and they're recycled. So for me, that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But the reality, as in the content, is giving. So so I'm okay. I've overcome it, and I've fully embraced. I will admit, paint splats. It's the
I like the
background.
paint
It's the
splatter.
background of my phone now.
I like it.
On my, not my lock screen, but
Yeah.
my phone,
that's
my app
nice.
screen. There's a new remix of the theme tune.
Is there?
They used the original theme on the launch when the cars came out.
Oh,
that was like music
that's
to my
good.
ears, literally. I saw AJ dancing to it as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, just those titles. That title sequence. Shout out to Hello Charlie, who used to do the graphics before, because they were so good. Like that last series on Channel 5, with the whole watching out for you, / watching you, all that like dark
Right.
stuff. That was so good. So yeah, for me, that's a little bit of a lack of effort or a lack of understanding of the brand from whoever designed it.
Lack of care.
Yeah, and it's these little things that just give it that edge.
Yeah, these little things that you and other nerds like yourself get obsessed
me
with.
and my fellow dweebs.
And me, just totally oblivious.
Yeah.
But I do understand what you mean. But you can't let that worry you. Just fast forward it or mute it.
But it's just that feeling of Big Brother.
Yeah, the excitement as well. Because you get the excitement watching the credits, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's like
And
taking
it sets
away
the
from
tone.
that. Yeah.
It sets the tone. And Big Brother should be a little bit scary, a little bit threatening. And it's
Should it?
not really feeling like that for me.
No. Threatening. Big Brother, you have a threatening aura. So Sarah said, have you got Tourette's to Lily? I mean, fair question, I
Valid
think.
point, yeah.
Then we had a conversation about King Prince Charles's sausage fingers. And someone said, yeah, I think he's got gout. I like that. Dave said they should pay for themselves.
Yeah, I have got notes.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
on.
And Nathan said, oh, it's nice to have tradition. No, not when I'm having to pay for it. And then Thomas said, it's a load of shit, but it's really important. That makes no
Thomas.
sense.
One was struggling to remember who Thomas is.
Here he is.
Oh, the footballer.
It's a load of shit, but it's really important. That doesn't make any sense.
It's historically relevant, but that's about it.
Nathan said, I'm proud to be British.
Yeah.
Go on, you tell me.
Also, in that conversation, part of Daisy's kind of counter argument for the royals.
Turning the heating up for Gaz because it's, he's not used to these Arctic temperatures.
I'm not cold.
Really?
No, are you?
I'm slightly, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I said I was doing it for you, I lied.
I'm going to overheat. Dave said that pensioners can't afford, did you say, to heat their homes, and like our schools are crumbling, yet we're upholding this archaic institution.
Yeah, correct.
And to which Nathan said, a lot of pensioners support the royal family.
True.
And Dave's response was, it doesn't mean they know what's good for them. And I was like, she is so spot on with that.
Yeah.
But she's going to piss off so many people with that as well.
But they blindly support them
just
because they've been told to, and because it's tradition. Well, guess what? It used to be tradition to fucking burn witches.
Yeah.
And we got rid of that, didn't we?
That is like misogyny at its finest.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Just absolutely ridiculous. Just Nathan going on about it is just like makes me look down on him, to be honest. As for proud to be British, you might as well be proud to, have a nose on your face. It's absolutely senseless.
Yeah, it's harder and harder to be proud to be British.
Proud in what way? Of an accident of birth. If you were born in France, you'd be proud to be French.
Don't you think
it's meaningless?
No, but like looking back, say like in the 90s, it was easier to be proud to be British because we had like such strong cultural influence, like music wise, for example.
I've never been proud to be British in my life.
Have you not?
No, I think anyone proud to be British is absolutely pathetic, to be honest.
Last time I was proud to be British was 2012.
Why?
Because of the Olympics.
Oh, right, yeah.
That, and even the Jubilee I was into. I won't lie, I was a flag waver.
You're a flag shagger.
But trust me, I've shagged my last flag.
I'm pleased to hear it. You write that down. But these are the sort of conversations we like, don't we?
Yeah, these are great. Okay, so the whole point of this storage room situation is you can battle your way out of it.
Oh,
did you like this battle
element? I did actually, because I thought, I don't want all these people to be on the block necessarily.
Yeah.
So at least it mixes it up and you don't really know what might happen.
Yeah, on the block meaning up for eviction.
Yeah, sorry, that's American speak. I'm proud to be American.
I like the battle room, the way it looked.
Yeah. What about this dog cheating bacon debacle?
Oh, people are saying it's cheating. Raw bacon or what? Is it okay to let the dog come and lick the raw bacon?
I mean, dogs will eat anything.
Dogs will eat shit, so yeah, and their own vomit.
That dog was cute.
Was it Pomeranian?
Yeah,
I'm not into those dogs.
Oh, I like it.
Always put silly little dog into Big Brother, like Paddy, don't they?
Yeah.
Remember Paddy the dog?
No.
They had to train him in Big Brother too.
Oh, what about Mr. Clooney in Big Brother Australia?
Yeah, probably the most iconic.
Yeah, he was, because he actually lived there. He actually lived there. He was great. Yeah. So Devon. Why have I put
Devon?
Instead of Shagan, I put Devon. Very unhelpful. Oh God, what else have I put in these notes that's completely wrong? Shagan sounds sort of like Devon. Shagan won by cheating with the bacon. I'd personally.
Would you say? I don't know.
I don't really care about that.
Oh, interestingly as well, it was had a shitster element to it, didn't it? Because it was like, oh, you have to compete against the least lovable housemate.
Oh, yeah.
And then that decision was made known. So, like, Days chose Shagan to be least lovable, which was a funny choice given who else was in there. I'm not really sure who else was in there. We haven't written all this down. Who was where when.
Khaled.
He is lovable, actually. Khaled was my favourite boy on launch.
Izaz and... Yeah,
Shagan
that was
and
it.
Ali.
And Ali, yeah.
Surprised she didn't choose Ali.
Probably felt sorry for Ali being in there with all those mindless boys. We had Khaled talking about being born in Lebanon. Ali saying she was neurodivergent. Lily said she thinks Marcello... Is it Marcello or
Marcello, as in limoncello.
I thought it was Marcello. Oh, anyway. She's saying she thinks he's slutty and boys shouldn't be walking around with their tops off. And Thomas shouldn't be walking around with his top off either.
Lily said this, right?
Yeah.
In the diary room?
Yeah, she said people wouldn't like it if I walked around with my top off. They probably would.
I think a few people would, yeah. Marcello for one, actually.
Then Ali was talking in the garden with Martha, I think, about her brother had mental health problems and died, and then Martha was like, Do you mind me asking how he died? Is that okay to say? Do you mind me asking if someone's relative has died? It's a bit rude.
Well, it says I want to know, but you can say no.
Yeah, we all want to know.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose I probably would.
I think when she said mental health problems, it's like, okay,
you can read between
you can
the
figure
lines.
it out, can't you? I think Ali is an interesting character.
I adore
I
Ali.
like her as well, but do you think the public will get behind her? Because she is quite reserved. Aloof might be a bit strong, but she's reserved.
I hear what you're saying.
And do you think the public can back someone like that to win? I fucking hope so, because I put money on her.
Well, given what this audience say on Facebook, and they can't string a sentence together, I feel like her intellect will be threatening to a lot of people.
Right.
And we know that women have a harder ride on Big Brother. Mm-hmm. So now you say it, the odds may be stacked against Ali.
Oh dear.
However, I feel like the gays will be ready to embrace someone like Ali.
Okay.
Thinking about myself.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's fascinating because she is a psychologist.
Yeah.
And Will raised the question on the stage, will you tell them that you're a psychologist?
Yeah.
And I thought, don't tell them.
Yeah.
But I'm in a BBUS mindset where you go in and you lie about your profession. But she's been
She
clean.
did tell him, didn't she?
Come clean about it already.
I'd find it fascinating to talk to her about that, to be honest.
I hope the people like her because I want to see her go far. I really, really like her.
I can't see people voting to evict her when she's up, which is helpful. Because she's not hateable like that.
No. Don't underestimate the audience though, because they can hate on anything.
Now, what about this task with the dares? This was quite shocking, I thought.
It's dare.
Quite
Quite shocking.
Don't think it was
what they made them do.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bit much.
Well, I thought sort of did they randomly pick the order or what? Was it from the cards? Yes, they picked them by the cards, didn't they? I felt like there were quite extreme things early on, but that's probably because they weren't in order, like changing your name, for example.
Yeah. Could they have done better than baked potato? I like the old schoolness of it. Shout out Dogface and Halfwit, but baked potato, I think it's just a bit lame.
It's quite cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dogface was really bad.
Halfwit.
Also, can we just unpack this? Because back in 2009, the dawn of this, in fact, this whole twist of not being a housemate, isn't that how that whole series started? Nobody was a housemate. Do you remember?
Oh.
They moved in and there was like no furniture. Everything was in crates and no one was a housemate yet.
Oh, God.
Because Benazir had to get the bus home, didn't she?
That was good. That was memorable.
I can't remember how they earned housemate status. But I liked this sort of like, they've looked back at the past and they've gone, what can we do? And they've made it a new form. But going back to the name change, Halfwit and Dogface, Freddie and Sophie, they had to change their names by deed poll.
Yeah.
I don't think Rosie's changed her name by deed poll.
Would deed poll let you change your name to Dogface?
Isn't there someone that's changed her name to Buzz Lightyear? So I think anything is possible.
I think there's some names you're not allowed to change your name to.
Oh.
Like offensive things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like dodgy characters from the past or just...
Yeah, like racist things, I think.
Right, well, I hope so.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, like shaving off your eyebrow, I think that's quite harsh. And then chewing gum in the hair.
As Tom himself said, he's got one hand, 1 foot, and 1 eyebrow now.
Yeah, I do think he's quite funny, that guy. He's very self-deprecating, which I guess he's trying to like get out in front of it before other people sort of take the piss out of him.
I'm a bit worried though, aren't you?
What?
He's a bit Tom energy, isn't he? I don't know if that's just because...
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's a bit laddie, isn't he?
He fits into that...
Yeah.
That character, which Tom was last year, which is making me have my back up.
Yeah. I do find him quite funny, but yeah, he's a bit laddie for me, a bit chavvy. But yeah.
What about eating a blended cheese sandwich?
No.
Wasn't part of that punishment that baked potato was supposed to blend all of her food going forward?
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Yeah, there was a lot of things. Anyway, the sticking point for baked potato was...
No pun intended?
She didn't want her nominations revealed to the house.
Well, you've got to draw the line somewhere, and that's a good place to draw the line.
Draw the line in the sand.
I like this, because there's some strategy coming into play, which I didn't think ITV would entertain.
No,
did you?
No, probably not.
How did she get, and I've been asked this at work, how did she get the chewing gum out of her hair? They didn't show us.
I want to know as well.
Why would you not show us that, Big
Maybe
Brother?
it wasn't real chewing gum. Maybe it was blue tack.
No, it was because Dean suggested leaving it to dry
Oh,
before
right.
she tried to
Oh,
get
yeah,
it
'cause
out.
he's a barber, isn't he?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because obviously he's dealt with that many times in the barber shop. That happens a lot.
What about when Thomas asked Big Brother how long it took for an eyebrow to grow back?
Stand by. I like that. It
That was
fun.
brilliant.
Yeah.
What did he say? 7 to 10 years?
Yeah.
I love that. That was so funny. That reminded me of sort of Big Brother Australia's sort of character. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day
Yeah.
when he used to tease them and stuff. I love that. So then we came down to an endurance challenge to
Hang on a
get
minute.
into the house.
You've
Yes.
forgotten the photo shredding.
Oh, shred.
Always classic to shred the
What about the
photos or the
bunny?
letters, isn't it?
Shredded the Daisy's bunny.
I'm sure it's just a copy of that picture.
I'm
She'll get
sure
it later,
was.
won't she?
Yeah, but what if she wants to look at her bunny in the meantime? Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Endurance?
The endurance was hold one arm up and the person who holds it up longest gets to go in the house.
Was that all in this episode?
Yeah.
God, I stopped writing notes. Clearly.
And
Have you tried it?
All the boys went out. No, I haven't.
So, Late and Live,
2.5 hours.
Will challenged
Yeah.
the audience
Oh,
to
yeah.
hold their hands up for the whole time. So, Dan and I did it at home.
Oh, yeah. Did you?
My God. I held it up for an ad break
Yeah.
and it was painful. In fact, I felt like I got shout out to Mary BBAU,
Yeah.
Carpal Tunnel.
God. And they did it for 2.5 hours.
2.5. I can't believe it.
Wow. That was impressive. For Lily to shut up for 2.5 hours would have been impressive.
For me, I loved the end when they came down to negotiations.
Yeah.
Because we don't see this in UK.
That's very BBUS.
And do you know how much hate Days got on social media
Why?
for trying to
what?
build a case to win?
Oh, shut up.
It's just, she can't do right for doing
I'm sure she
wrong.
She already
Is that
knows.
the right thing?
Yeah, that is right. Yeah. So Days won, didn't she?
I was astonished.
But she got to choose 2 housemates to save. So Lily was safe as well.
That was good.
That was good, wasn't
I
it?
love this the sort of switch up.
That was really impressive. Well done to Days and Lily for doing
Yeah.
that. When all the men went out straight away.
That's off.
She chose Lily and Emma.
The women are
going
going to be better endurance, though, aren't they? Don't you think?
Depends what sort of endurance is, I guess.
Come on, look at Angela, the lipstick hanging off of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then Estelle holding up the balls in this Big Australia. It's the women that come through on the endurance.
Angela on BBUS with the sword.
The sword.
The garden,
Oh, the
the janky world.
toast in the marshmallow.
Yeah. Sword or whatever. Come on, we can finish this episode before the eviction. They all came back into the house. We had...
Oh, they ended it as well immediately, didn't they?
yeah, no.
No?
What do you mean?
I thought that they told Lily and they told Days you can choose someone else.
Oh, yeah.
And then Big Brother actually ended the whole storage
right,
thing and they
yeah.
all got to go in.
Yeah, maybe. And then we had, obviously the reaction when Lily came in. Then we had Ali and Lily talk about their jobs. And, Ali was like, I'm a forensic psychologist. And Lily's like, oh, yeah, I work in China.
This is what I love about Big Brother. It's good. It's good, Big Brother, right? Don't you think?
Yeah. And then Ali was like, oh, do you like it? And then Nathan was saying he doesn't like Days. Shocking. And that was the end of that episode.
Well, is that because the whole royal conversation, is it that?
Well, that, the
The
climate change thing, might be a couple of other things, you never know.
I just thought something I wanted to say, but I forgot it immediately.
Come on, think about it.
I can't because it'll be dead air if I sit here thinking.
I'll just sing a little song. Anyway, we're going to watch the eviction now. That's exciting, isn't
You
it?
voted?
I have voted out Ryan.
5
I actually
times?
don't mind Ryan that much. Yeah, I've voted 5 times. But yeah, baked potato, I'm not that fussed on, to be honest. She could go too. in my
I find
opinion.
it very likeable.
I think she's trying to be OTT, and then she met her match in Lily, and now it's just not working.
I
in my
know, I
opinion.
think she is just very sort of odd.
No, I'm not keen, but I'm open-minded to show. There's no one who is there. Oh yeah, Marcello I dislike.
Come on, you've got to... The feminist in you must want there to not be a female first out for once. I know that.
Oh God, yeah, no.
You know, it's only been one time there's been a male.
Yeah, Marco Pierre White Jr.
Who we've all heard
Yeah.
everyone's saying is in prison now.
Is he? I'm
Apparently.
not surprised. He's an absolute maniac.
Yeah.
Best place for it. Imagine being in prison with him. Fuck it out. You'd be desperate to get out, wouldn't you? Fuck. Anyway, can't jump on Chelsea's plane and go to Rio if you're in prison, can you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Him, that Chelsea Singh and that Jason were going, oh, let's get out, let's all leave and jump on a plane somewhere. I'm like, yeah, all right then. Oh, God. Anyway, we need to go.
We do.
Let's go. And when we come back,
We'll know who's gone.
We'll be disappointed or we'll be happy. And we'll talk
Oh,
more.
God, yeah.
We'll talk more about the rest of the week.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I've been doing polls on Facebook and on Twitter. It's clear that Twitter wants Ryan out.
Okay.
On Facebook, in the early stages of the poll, baked potato was out in front.
Why? For
Followed
what?
by Dean, which gives misogyny.
Right.
Sorry. It's giving misogynistic. And now it's switched to Ryan, but baked potato not far behind. So I feel like there's not going to be much in it between Rosie and Ryan.
Baked potato's not going anywhere.
Baked potato's not going?
If she does, it would be funny for them to say baked potato.
Well, it's funny that they've got to say that regardless. But yeah, the polling suggests that it's not going to be clear cut.
I'm going to count how many times people say it's giving on the episode, and I'm going to come back and let you know, just so you know how out of control this fucking is.
Here's the current.
What's that, Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want Nathan to go, but
The thing is, Ryan is out in front, and if Twitter is really piling the votes on Ryan in this way, I'm confident it's going to be Ryan.
We'll see. All right.
Right.
See you on the flip side.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Welcome back, and congratulations, vote in public.
Yeah,
you voted out a white straight man first.
Yeah, you got it right.
We defeated the Facebook mums. Twitter won, Facebook nil.
Yay! Yeah, that won't last though. I feel like there wasn't that long a pause as usual. Sometimes they really ham it up, don't they?
Well,
Wasn't
it's
much
early
booing.
days. No one's that invested.
Wasn't that much booing either.
He
was
knew.
there?
He heard the boos. He knew.
Oh, he knew it was going. God, he was a bit boring, wasn't he? His interview was dry as well.
Yeah, I've got nothing to say about it other than somebody held their hand in the air for 45 years, 50 years. Will said you said it must be in 50 days.
Yeah, he looked skinny. That guy.
Yeah,
you would be, wouldn't you? How do you?
That's almost religious extremism, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
There are people that live like
monks
on the street, sort of thing, don't they? I
Oh
think.
right.
I'm not sure. Could be offensive. People that are like so dedicated to religion, like literally
give up everything.
And he did it for world peace, supposedly. But it's just like, what
work?
a waste of life.
Yeah, it didn't work, did it? Should have just gone and had some fun.
Should have just watched Big Brother.
Yeah, just like us. Yeah, I'm relieved. I'm relieved that Nathan stayed, even though he was coming out with some wild stuff that episode.
No, but he's good TV.
He's good TV.
We need that wild stuff.
Baked potato, we've warmed to her after her sob story. And
What sub story?
about being skinny.
Oh, I'd already warmed to baked potato.
Yeah, but
so much so that I had baked potatoes for dinner last night. That's the influence
Did
of baked
you?
potato on my life.
Funnily enough, she probably don't eat baked potatoes, but maybe she does, who knows. And who was the other person who was that? Oh, Dean. He can go.
He can, yeah.
I don't think anyone
He
will...
won't go.
No, I don't think anyone will nominate him now, do you?
No, but
What?
who knows what Big
the
Brother's got up his...
HOH.
Yeah, head of household has come in.
Oh my God.
Not that I think that puts Dean at risk at all, but that would be interesting.
Who's going to get HOH-itis?
Lily would be a good head of
Oh
house.
God, imagine.
Make Lily head of house.
Oh no.
Oh.
Imagine how excitable she'd be.
Actually, the one interesting thing from Ryan's interview is he doesn't like Thomas.
Yeah.
Of all the people that you would think he would like, you'd think it would be Thomas.
I don't like Thomas now either. Gone off
Why?
him.
What did you...
Trump for the memes or whatever. Shut up.
Oh.
That was stupid.
Yeah, never mind. Female autonomy over their own
Yeah,
bodies.
exactly. The content. Shut up, idiot. I cannot believe that. What's his name? Ryan, 28 years old. That's a hard 28 years he's done, isn't it? Hard paper round.
You know what Dan always says?
What?
These problematic people age terribly.
Yeah, because they're stressed out all the time. They're hovered over Twitter like spewing out bile to probably do Willoughby or something. Aren't they? They probably are.
Yeah, he's not looking great, bless him.
No, for 28, fuck me.
He's aging like milk.
He's not looking good for 38. To be fair to him, I didn't really like him. I felt he offered really nothing, but he didn't make one funny comment tonight. But you look like you've been kicked through the charity shop.
That was good. You liked that one.
He had the odd funny line, but are we going to miss him?
No.
See you later.
And I think we'll easily forget him, which is one thing we won't do with Farida.
I've forgotten him already.
Farida first out last year.
Yeah.
Just worlds apart, these two.
Yeah.
The other thing was I just felt like he looked out of his depth. Like he seemed very shell shocked.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't understand what they were asking him.
No.
And I get it. It's probably a lot of pressure to be in that situation, but it just felt like he'd probably sold something he wasn't. I think.
I felt like he wasn't even that sad to go. Like the others were sort of boohooing in the house. Yeah, he was just like, he gives a shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he cared. So if he doesn't care, why the fuck should I?
Quite.
I don't.
On to the next week.
I don't.
Well, back to day 3.
We'll circle back to a bit more about the eviction because there's some interesting stuff that happened in that episode, but we'll keep it brief. So Wednesday.
Did baked potato have to eat all of her food blended? Because I'm sure
I missed that.
I'm sure I saw the blender in the kitchen with the baked potato in it.
Oh, I totally missed that.
If it was, they didn't bother putting it in the edit, which is a shame.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want food stuff in the edit.
I got some wrapping. Is that where you're?
Yeah, Marcel wrapping. And then I've got Lily.
Marcello. We'll come back to him as well.
Fuck. Marcel, I've just like, oh god. Lily got electrocuted and hasn't been the same since. Do you think that's what happened?
Which Emma said that explains a lot of things. How did she get electrocuted? Did she say? I can't remember.
I can't remember. Was it hair straighteners on holiday or something? Something along those sort of lines. This is what I was saying to Gaz earlier before we started recording. Like, so many things are happening so quickly and there's so much going on. I'm finding it hard to write notes. I'm just sort of like, okay, something's happened, then something's happened. Plus they're having like political discussions. It's like, it's hard to sort of get your teeth into anything.
Yeah, they're not really giving the scenes time to breathe
either.
No. I don't know where it is. I think it's in this episode, but there's a point where Lily's making some outlandish comments and then Shagan goes, "You're a national treasure."
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those scenes that just needed a minute to let it sit for the comedy.
Yeah.
And they just cut immediately to the next thing. And I was like, oh, that's a shame. Because it had been on Late and Live and it was funnier on Late and Live just because it had more of his face.
Right, yeah.
But this is the problem of packing 16 people into this house.
Yeah. So Days was talking about being a Quaker.
Oh, yeah, we've got a Quaker's house, you know, in Croydon.
Do we? Oh, God.
I want to go look at it.
I don't really know anything about Quakers, to be honest.
Well, I didn't until now.
Oats. I know about the oats.
Yeah. Are they still
Quaker?
Still got a monopoly on the oats or not?
And she said basically everything has a bit of God in it, and you go to something called friends' houses.
Everything's got a bit of God.
Do you think everything's got a bit of God?
I think everyone, God lives within everyone.
No, it wasn't that. Everything has a bit of God in it as well. Yeah.
Even
you know, the
cushion.
Yeah, towing.
Well, that's a very animistic look on things, isn't it?
What look on things?
Animistic.
Animistic.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Animism.
Oh my God, Gaz is actually teaching me a word.
You don't know about animism?
This is the first time this has ever happened on the podcast.
Yeah, it's the belief that inanimate objects are inhabited by spirits, or embodied by spirits.
No, I don't know about this.
Big thing in Japanese culture as well.
This is the first time I've ever learnt something
that
from
is
you.
not true.
Ever.
So there's like a god for everything in Japan, even like modern things, like the god of mobile phones or whatever. And so animism just continues to evolve. But in the past, it would have been like the belief that like the trees were spirits and the animals were
like spirited away.
Something like that.
Yeah, you know Spirited Away, the film.
I've seen the musical in the last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is a great film.
And the film, yeah.
That is a great film. Interesting. Okay. And Shay, I still don't know how to say his name.
Shagan.
It's not Shagan, is it? Shagan. He was saying, oh yeah, he said my dad's from Nigeria.
I'm sorry to hear that. He said my dad's Niger, and then she was like, oh, I'm sorry to that. No, he's not dead. He's Niger.
That was hilarious.
So, yeah, Shagan was talking about his mixed heritage of being Nigerian Caribbean.
Lily told a tale of how she tried to go and study journalism. She got the 10 grand, gambled it, and then applied to another university. She dropped out, and then got more money, spent that as well.
Right.
And now she's only allowed to buy scratch cards.
On a Sunday,
I don't think she should be buying scratch cards either, to be honest. What the fuck? What is she gambling it on?
Well, you know what that tells us?
She needs a carer.
Well, apart from that, if there's ever a money-related gamble situation...
Oh, God.
She's
going to take the money.
She's going to...
And run.
Yeah, mess it up.
Do a Eugene.
Do it. She's just going to throw caution to the wind.
God, if they have to do maths, God help us. That was a funny story, though. I enjoyed that.
There's a conversation about manifestation.
Oh,
what's that?
What's manifestation?
Who said what? I can't remember.
Here's manifestation. I manifest that in tomorrow I'll have £1 million in my bank account. There you go. Let's see if it works. Sarah was.
I tried manifesting my way into the Big Brother house. It didn't work, or did it?
Oh, we did go in.
We've been in,
Yeah.
but not in the capacity I wanted to. So perhaps I didn't do it right.
Marcello, I've learned how to pronounce his name. Fuck knows why. Said something about bending them over the sofa. What was this? Some sexist
it was
filth coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, about seducing women by cooking them breakfast. Cooking, talking, bending them over the sofa while you burn your steak.
Is he having steak for breakfast?
No, it was more of a, this is what I do for breakfast, but he was talking about, I like the vibe of bringing someone over and cooking for them and then blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
One can only imagine how bad this guy is in bed. Must just be fucking terrible.
That'd be a censored episode of Come Dine With Me, wouldn't it?
God. Ali's not liking the lads being laddish. She said they've changed since the others came into the house.
You've changed, man. Oh, who? The ones she was in?
Yeah, the one she was firsting with, they've changed.
To be honest, I found them insufferable to watch on the first live feed.
Yeah, they were awful. And she was crying in the diary room, and she said she needs some downtime with Big Brother in the diary room chair.
Oh, yeah, she said it's quite a non-stimulating environment?
But,
low stim environment.
But we've been in there.
It's very relaxing.
Bright as fuck.
You said that, I don't remember, but then I looked at the picture of me and I've got barely any eyes, so it must have been
so
it must have been
bright. It was literally the brightest thing I've ever
I'm
seen.
either blinking, smiling too hard, or squinting, or all at the same time.
All three, I think. What about Lily impersonating Boris Johnson? That was actually
You got a nice blue passport.
That was actually quite funny.
It was funny. She doesn't know about Nigel Farage.
No, she doesn't.
But it's not fit.
She doesn't know who Keir Starmer is either.
But Boris Johnson is Lily's type on paper.
Is he? In what way? Rich?
I don't know. How 40 years old, overweight,
40?
looks like he's wearing a blonde wig.
No fucking rest.
50?
Yeah. Fuck me.
Yeah, strong. I'm nearly 40.
Jesus Christ! Perhaps he's a big fan of Chinese takeaway. Who knows? Probably not, because he's a racist old cunt. Now we've got... Nathan came into the living room and said, "Oh, it's so much cooler in here." And I thought, "Yeah, you're right."
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's correct. Now, oh God, I'm a bit out of my depth here as well.
What?
Days and Nathan's conversation.
Is it about colonisation?
Yeah. I'm going to do a Lily during this part.
Are you? Or just
Yeah.
stare into middle distance?
Can you explain what happened here? It was moving too fast for me.
Well, really, all I've got is that Lily was clueless about what colonisation meant, and I believe Days defined it as it's a culture of exploitation. And I was like, yeah, boiled down to it, that's probably quite a good way to put it. I mean, whether or not that resonates with Lily, I'm not sure. What's Nathan's take on the whole thing?
He said something about champagne socialism.
Well, he loves that, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then they were talking about capitalism, and Lily said, "What's capitalism?"
Right.
And then Nathan said, "Oh, we can't bankrupt businesses."
We got to then from colonialism to communism versus capitalism.
God, the 3 C's. And then, but Days was basically saying there's so much money, it's not about bankrupting businesses. There's so many people with so much money out there that could be shared around, basically.
Yeah.
And then she was talking about her activism, and she said we negotiate with the Met Police beforehand.
This was interesting.
That was interesting.
That was interesting because I didn't know that.
No, I didn't either.
But what I will say is that Nathan said, "How can you plan a route for something you don't know that's what's going to happen?" So, for example, the Met has agreed you can lie on this road and we'll divert the traffic around here. You don't know whether point B in the middle there's going to be someone has an accident and then you need an emergency vehicle down it. So she was like, well, in that instance, of course, we'd move out the way.
Right.
But I thought it was a valid point that a protest by nature is designed to disrupt.
Yeah,
and
of course.
You don't know what's going to happen.
No. You're making me nervous with that glass on my brand new sofa there. Think on about my insurance. I've put here, imagine actually being Lily. Imagine actually being inside her head as this conversation's going on.
Just be like that drip from Spidey's basement, wouldn't it?
So then the next thing I've got is Dean has people not wanting to cut his hair because he's gay. It seems rather old-fashioned and reductive. Is that a thing? People not wanting to cut your hair? People not wanting him to cut their hair because he's gay.
Yeah, with the assumption that you'd catch something. So it almost sounds like outdated beliefs around HIV or
sounds
something.
Like 30-year out-of-date beliefs, at least.
I mean, I can imagine that some people are prejudiced enough to not want that. But
There's a lot of gay hairdressers.
I wouldn't have expected it to be a common occurrence, but I think maybe the distinction here is he's not a hairdresser, he's a barber.
He's a barber, right.
And the barber can be a bit of a hyper-masculine environment.
Yeah, I guess
barber
so.
shop, but I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
his
guess
shop
so.
isn't for the reason that he's not that person.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, obviously, if that's his experience, I don't want to invalidate it.
No, I was going to say that as well. What else have you got?
Ali... what? Notice...
I've called Ali Abby about 5 times.
So much she's different to Nathan... Oh, no. Observing how she's different to Nathan politically.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the diary?
Oh, yeah, she's sus of Nathan because he's a Tory and a royalist, and she wouldn't normally surround herself with people like that.
Khaled finding out that Nathan was Prince Charles's butler, he said, "What the fuck?" It's like this news is just sort of slowly creeping around the house. Baked Potato and Thomas. End of the... and they were told they didn't have to have their food blended. We didn't even mention that Thomas had got a bucket on his head.
Oh, that's a bit humiliating, isn't it?
Well, you want housemate status.
I suppose it works.
You've got to wear a bucket on your head.
Works for Marshmallow, doesn't it?
At least people can't see his one eyebrow.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you mean, Marshmallow?
Marshmallow, the DJ. He's got a bucket on his head.
I don't know who that is.
Really? You know Deadmau5, right? Marshmallow's like a more friendly version of Deadmau5.
I had no idea.
Really?
I thought he looked like Jamiroquai with the bucket on his head. That was my tweet.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, he said, I've got one arm, one leg, and one eyebrow. And then he said something like, he didn't brew enough in the womb. And the other's like, you can't say that. It's like, yeah, I can. He can.
Yeah, of course he can.
You can't. He can.
He said he wouldn't get offended by disability jokes, which, you know.
Yeah, but I was thinking when he said that, you might not, but other differently able people might get offended watching, because it's always been, the rule is, don't say anything that could offend your housemates or people and the outside world. So, like, you could say, oh, well, I don't mind if you say blah, 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 or call me, like, X, Y, Z, but other people outside might, and it might set a bad precedent to do that. It's kind of tricky, isn't it? Because it's like black people calling each other certain things, but it's like, that's okay in a certain situation, but that's not okay to do in the Big Brother house.
So
it's kind of interesting sort of, I don't know.
It's about what your community owns, isn't it? About what's yours to say and what's not. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well, speaking of which, actually, that brings me on to the fact that on the live feed, and you don't know about this, we saw a slip where they dipped the sound, but then it came back up with like, oh no, we're just joking, Big Brother, like, don't worry about it. And we're like, oh. So then Emma goes, oh, I just thought that was okay because my friends from that community say it all the time.
Oops.
So I was thinking, we might see the conversation where Big Brother just has a bit of a word. I don't think it would be a sort of evictable or punishment level, but at least a warning.
Yeah.
It was the P slur for gay people. Sounds like this thing.
Got you. I see. Oh, right, okay, yeah. I see what you mean, yeah. It's
that one.
I wouldn't go around saying that.
No, you wouldn't. No. But that one, I think, is generational. I feel like older gay people would say, "Oh, I'm just an old
yeah.
And I had this discussion with someone at work actually, and they said even in the office, some of the people would say that about themselves.
It's quite dated, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's 53, so I feel like amongst her age group, maybe it's more common.
Interesting.
But that obviously,
I suppose there wasn't more of a furore online about that.
Yeah, well, it was live feed, and they dipped it partly. But I mean, people picked up on it. But I was going to say that also is partly one of those things of taking that language which degrades you and making it your own, isn't it?
Of course. Interesting. But all I know is from all of this stuff, this is not shit you would ever see on BBUS. I was thinking this about all the political chats, like it's just stuff that they shy away from. Racial chats, like they just shy away from it so much. So I like the fact we get to see that stuff on
me
BBUK.
too. I think the breadth of discussion that they're covering this year is really good.
That's what BBUK is about and always has been.
Mm.
So then we had Dean saying he's not a Taylor Swift fan, despite the fact at least 3 of his tattoos are Taylor Swift references.
Yeah, you've missed a really big one.
Oh,
here.
go on.
Lily's reason for applying for Big Brother.
Oh, her ex.
Yeah.
Her ex likes the show.
Yes. Because that's where the conversation started.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Taylor Swift until I broke up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Well,
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Maybe then Dean did step in.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, the reason I applied for this show is because it's my ex's favourite show.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't have thought Lily would have had that in her to come up with that for a start.
The summer sales.
Yeah, that's the Big Brother Canada contestant that
she
did the same thing.
That is a good thing. That is kind of good to piss him off.
This thing with the tattoos, though, have you seen the side by side of Lover?
Yeah.
So it's got to be.
Looks like
it's got to be that.
And the same year as one of her. That could be a coincidence, I guess. It's one of her albums. Bit weird though.
Wait, 89? Is he born then?
Yeah,
35?
no, I think he is. Yeah.
I can't believe he's younger than me. Can you?
No, he looks older. Yeah.
Do you think he's? Well, you wouldn't get the tattoo. Mind you, if you got the tattoo, it'd be quite convincing, wouldn't it? If it was a lie.
Yeah.
It's a good way to solidify a lie.
God, but why'd you bother? Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry, that's the.
Bless you. See, I say bless you.
Excuse me. That's the lurgy coming up. Who doesn't?
Oh, Shagan was saying.
Oh, yeah.
But I just sneezed 4 times and no one said bless you. I fucking hate that when I do that and no one says bless you. I'm like, come on. Yeah, and I'm not religious. I just think it's polite.
That's got to be an old animism one.
An old what?
Animism belief.
Oh, yeah,
could be. The spirits are within you, so you have to bless people.
I am not in your face. I'm within it. Lily said, what? You couldn't put that on 24/7. Oh, no. I'm saying about Lily. You couldn't put up this at 24/7. Oh, yeah. Dean was talking about his tattoos and saying his family are Romany travellers.
He says gypsy, though. So then there was a question of, is it
that's
okay?
The thing.
Is it okay to say that word?
It's okay for him to say it.
Yeah. Not us.
No, not us. No.
Oh. Is it okay to say that he said it or not?
No, it's okay to say that he said it. Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. Again, it goes back to that same conversation
Why
we were
did
having.
You say, not me. What have I missed?
Something we were talking about earlier.
Oh God.
No, we were saying it's not okay to say it. We were saying you should say traveller. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, we were saying that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, was it Dave's asking if it was the right word?
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
not
it might
sure.
have been Martha, but he said or traveller, but he's okay with it. But yeah, that might be another one of those ones. I feel like it is considered non-politically correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. We wouldn't say that.
No, you wouldn't say it. No, you used to back in the day, but not anymore. So then, Lily's dog. I've got next.
I've got a posh off between Sarah and Days.
Oh yeah, about something about the canal.
Was it who? Which one said this? She is POSH posh.
Oh,
is that Days on Sarah or
it
Sarah
must have
on
been
Days?
Days on Sarah. Yeah,
that is funny because I think Days sounds posher than Sarah.
Yeah, they're both posh.
Sarah's partner is the mayor of Clanlochlin or something. Clanlochlin or something like that.
Oh, is she Scottish?
Wales.
Oh,
Welsh?
Wales. Mm.
She's a mayoress.
Oh, Clanflurrecan is in Wales, so it could be that.
No, it's definitely ending in Gocklin because I've tried to write it down, even though I've got no idea how to spell it. Go on about the dog, yeah.
Lily's dog has depression and anxiety.
People were astonished that dogs can get that. Surely that's just a normal thing that...
But then I think people were like, yeah, but is it because you're like scaring the shit out of your dog, basically? Just like you're squeezing that rat.
That's a hamster.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing.
You knew that dogs could get depression and anxiety,
yeah,
surely.
I know they can get anxiety because they get anxious when like fireworks go off and shit, don't they?
Yeah.
They get depressed when the owner goes to work.
Yeah, separation anxiety is quite common in dogs.
So it makes sense. But yeah, if I was Lily's dog, I'd be borderline terrified the whole time.
In my head, the dog that came in, Max, is Lily's dog, but it's not, is it?
No.
I've written Marcello is here to find a girl, isn't he? Well,
God.
apparently he's open to romance on a walk to the shops.
He's got a lot of missuses.
This is where he starts. This is where he starts talking about Ali in the diary room.
God.
He said she looks like someone out of X-Men, which, to be fair, she does.
Does he know she's a lesbian?
Well,
Does he care? No.
she said that he did tonight.
Oh,
At this point, I was not sure, but apparently he did.
God.
Even if he does know, she also made it clear when she divulged that to the house that she was previously married to a man. So I think that's all he's heard.
Fair game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Emma's boob jobs were under discussion next. She was a page 3 girly. I was used to having a good set of knockers, she said. She had it done 3 times.
Oh my God.
But she one time accidentally had industrial silicone instead of medical silicone put in.
God,
it sounds a bit of a Pete Burns situation, doesn't it? Maybe not as bad.
Jesus.
Nathan and Hannah, arsehole versus the bitch of the house. Nathan was like, there's no arsehole in the house.
So it must be me.
Yeah, and Hannah was like, there's no bitch.
I said, so it must be you, and then he literally said, so it must be me.
Is it him? Is he the arsehole?
No, not really. I think Marcello's the arsehole, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. You don't know who the arsehole is until you watch the show, honey.
Nathan said he's not putting a label on his sexuality. Someone was asking him. Who was asking him?
Hannah, and then immediately said, what's that called again? When you don't put a label on it.
That's hilarious.
That was brilliant.
I do find it interesting that people who don't want to put a label on it, because I feel like there's so many different labels. You could literally have like 100 labels, but to say you don't want to be labelled, I find that quite interesting. Obviously, I'm a boring straight person, so I don't really have a comment on it, but I just find it interesting.
To me, it sounds I'm uncomfortable with being gay or being known as being gay.
Yeah, so I'm not... Yeah.
Yes, I'm not willing to.
Yeah, the Morrissey.
Which I think is problematic in itself for that person. But like, if you think about his political worldview, maybe it works in his favour to not really address it. Yeah. He said he came out as a gay man, but he didn't like it, didn't he?
Interesting. Days said she enjoyed debating with Nathan. I like that, the fact they weren't getting pissed off with each other. They were just sort of sparring with each other, and there was no sort of animosity, was there? She said she wished she didn't know all the things that she knows, basically about climate change, and she could go on holiday and not feel guilty.
Oh, yeah. I actually felt quite...
Just like Lily.
She felt quite... What?
She said, she'd like to be more like Lily and not know shit.
Yeah, Lily is very innocent and the world is so open. I think I was a little bit moved by this conversation. Were you?
Not really.
No?
No.
I just thought, she was emotional about it.
Yeah.
Because I think for those people who are very engrossed in the whole thing, they can't live their life without thinking about it for a single second.
God, that would be stressful.
It's another form of anxiety, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, and that must be really tiring.
Yeah. I can't take on everything like that, because otherwise I'd just melt. Like the ice cap.
You will. This is part of the problem. If you don't go and lie on the road tomorrow, we'll all melt.
God, I'll just lie on the road and just get run over. I'm like, oops, should have worn orange.
You've also missed the scene before where, speaking of Days, Ryan was in the diary room admitting that he actually found that Days was quite nice.
Okay.
Even though she's an activist.
Oh, even though. Go on, I was a bit...
In the next part, Big Brother had put a party into the house, is just what you need on day 3.
Put a party into the house. Assembled a party.
Ali said that one day in the Big Brother house feels like several days.
I bet.
Hannah said, people don't know what Big Brother might have up its sleeves.
Oh,
I like that.
I see.
That's not gender Big Brother.
Days... I miss the days of Big Brother being a woman.
Me too.
Yeah.
Gender Big Brother should be and was and still is gender fluid, but we don't get to hear it.
Why is Big Brother going backwards, not forwards?
Well, thing is, we spoke to that Big Brother and I got excited about it being the actual Big Brother.
Yeah.
So apparently it's working on me.
Well.
Days is playing with Lily's feet in the hot tub like she's a baby.
No, that sounds disgusting.
Like, her feet on her cheeks and stuff.
Oh, God.
Lily is going to be really babied by this house. Lily doesn't have many friends and she thought that everyone was going to hate her. So obviously, naturally, she went into the storage room and sang Lady Gaga through the night, jumped up and down, screamed, made like
I can see why she doesn't have many friends, to be honest.
She said, I like me. I do think some people just dimmer my sparkle. Have you ever had your sparkle dimmered?
I've had it dulled, but not dimmered.
Hers has got a dimmer switch.
Yeah.
Just turn it up and down. You don't see the dimmer switch much these days,
Look,
do you?
I've got a
You've got a dimmer switch.
Yeah.
I feel like the dimmer switch has fallen out of fashion, don't you?
But you know what? I've got the dimmer switch, but it don't dimmer.
Oh.
You just press it and that's it.
Oh,
so it
that's
looks
annoying.
like one, but it ain't one.
That's weird.
Yeah, but I do have the smart lights, so I can do them on the app, but I never
You
do.
can
I
dimmer
just
them
leave.
via the app.
They can change colour, but I never do it. I can't be bothered.
Like when there's an eviction.
I'm going to do it tomorrow.
With the
Actually,
red
we
lights for an
should. We
eviction.
should do the BB on Blast colours.
What are the brown colours?
Yeah, well, that's a debate for another day.
I think that in the 90s, the dimmer switch was the height of sophistication.
Yeah, it
And now
was.
it's just not anyone's priority.
No, because people have nice lamps. You've got your nice Philips lamp. You know, you got other options, don't you? Whereas dim or not dim was dim or no dim was all we had back in the day. Different times. Should we get another little glass?
Yeah, but let's finish this episode. We're
Oh,
nearly
I
done.
already have.
We're almost there.
I finished it.
Ali is going to going into work mode with Lily.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "You are different to everyone else, but people are boring."
Yeah.
And then Lily's voice has gone at this point, so she couldn't even
yeah.
do the eek. And I think was it Ali and maybe Martha that did like a group eek with Lily, and it was such a moving moment. Actually,
Don't remember any of that.
Dean thinks things in the house are going to change in the next few days, and that cracks are showing.
Yes, cracks are coming. I've got coming,
Not showing.
coming soon.
God, the cracks
Yeah.
usually show, they don't come.
No, they're coming, but not showing yet.
Storm's coming. Cracks are coming. Right, we are going to have a little break now before we go on to day 4.
BRB.
Okay, day 4. Speaking of which, Marcus now does a little bit of a sort of safety announcement at the evictions, which
Does
he didn't
he?
used to. So
Ah.
it's a pre-record, but
Right.
like it's just a nice little thing to set the tone.
Yeah. What sort of safety things does he mention?
I'm not really sure. It's just about how,
Don't tread on people's feet.
but which way to leave.
Oh,
and-
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's good.
Oh, and also warns that there's going to be lasers
Oh,
and
right,
pyrotechnics,
yeah.
and that the pyrotechnics are cold sparkles, so they can't actually hurt you.
Oh.
But we didn't get pyrotechnics in the end. We
Oh.
got lasers, but no pyrotechnics.
Oh, I like the lasers. I hadn't noticed the lasers till you pointed them out.
Yeah, they're new.
Yeah, they were nice.
And they looked really good because when it was raining, you could see all the raindrops going through them.
Cool. That's fun. Everyone loves a laser. So Thursday introduced us to
Coconut Island
What do you
Resort.
think about that as a pun? Pretty terrible, isn't it?
I like it. It's very Big Brother. This task really was doing things for me.
Were you going to say it was giving something?
No.
By the way, I
well,
can't-
it was giving BB7.
I counted the givings during the eviction episode. There was only 3, which I didn't think was many.
Sparse.
I really enjoyed this task, and I normally find the task quite irritating and quite boring. But I like this task. It was good.
These are the kind of tasks that back in the day you'd see last for a week, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, but that could be overkill for a week.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, it really reminded me of like Big Brother 7. And I mean, also Big Wigs, I suppose. That
Yeah,
was quite
it
early.
was, yeah.
It's sort of like really sets the tone for like what the tasks are going to be like. I think like Big Wigs was quite iconic, wasn't it?
It was quite a White Lotus, wasn't it? You don't know what that is, do you?
This is that the gays are going to kill me woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's really good. It's really good. It had that sort of energy.
Anything that divides them.
Yeah.
It's all been about division so far.
Divide and conquer.
It's good when, you know, what was even better was you'd got the staff who obviously... That's probably the raw end of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then amongst the guests, you'd also got full board and half board.
Oh, yeah.
So it was even
good.
more fragmented.
Yeah, that was good. Lily had lost her voice, so the other housemates probably rejoicing. And Lily was canoodling with the guests. That's shocking,
Sitting on
isn't
laps
it?
of hotel guests.
So Dean was the
Boris Johnson wouldn't mind.
Dean was the manager. No, he wouldn't. Dean was the manager. Some other people with us. We won't go into all the details. But yeah,
I can't remember who was the
I
staff.
thought Dean was like
Hannah.
Dean was taking his managerial duties quite serious. I thought.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like when he was giving them all like a 1-to-1, it was like everyone was like taking it quite seriously. Like you could tell Khaled was like keen to get like a good rating,
a good appraisal.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose when you run a salon, maybe that's why they chose him for that
Yeah,
role.
that's true.
Transferable skills.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute that they had I think with all these things, like the little staff room and the uniforms, it kind of puts you in the mindset of being at work.
Yeah,
right?
it does. What do you think about all these rule breaks?
What was going on? People were eating sausages left, right, and centre. There shouldn't be. Marcello had some watermelon.
Yeah.
Was it half-board guest Ryan ate a sausage from the buffet?
You sausage gobbler, Sarah said to him. I mean, we've all been there. Dean said, Lily is a loose cannon and Sarah needs to smile more. You sexist pig.
Yeah, that did sound off, didn't it? But the guests were supposed to be being well looked after.
Right.
And it wasn't only Sarah that had to smile, it was Hannah as well.
I felt sorry for Sarah. Like, couldn't she have just been a guest and like got a break for once? Why does she have to be?
For once, on
Bless
day
her.
4. She's having a rough ride.
She's always under the cosh. I do like her. I didn't think I was going to like her at all at first, but I think she's quite funny.
Yeah,
She's quite nice.
she's good value.
If Ryan's having a sausage, I'm having a sausage.
Is that Lily?
Lily, I think. And someone said no one's having a sausage. Probably Dean. Do you remember what Keir Starmer said by accident when he was supposed to say, we will release the hostages?
Release the sausages.
What the fuck? That's not good, is it? That's not good at all.
Kerry must have been pleased. Didn't say she was the one wanting sausages, wasn't it, last year? Yeah.
Emma said she's got the peasant wristband. Marcello started being his usual creepy self. He said, honey, I'll gravitate towards you. Don't worry about that, to Sarah. Shut up.
He will come on to anything that breathes, won't he?
Why has Big Brother put him in, do you think? Because it's
Cringe
to me,
value.
it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Did they think he was going to be this bad?
Probably not. I don't know.
To me, it's verging on, I don't know. Something's not good. We'll, more on that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Days is worried about Sarah getting to her edge. I know how she feels. Dean was doing his appraisals and said to Sarah, you need to de-stress.
He said easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't he say, if you need 5 minutes, just go and sit in the toilet?
Yeah. That was a good impression.
Thank you. I didn't realise I had it in me.
Have you got any notes, or is it just
I've
me?
got the notes, but not many.
Go on then.
I ain't got anything till the discussion about therapy comes up. So
Okay. This is what I've got.
Off you go.
Said her class privilege has saved her on many occasions during activism. Right.
Slip of the tongue. Right, it's such
She's
activism.
the anti. It's like the anti-rioting, isn't it?
Release the sausages.
Well, to be fair, activism and rioting do both have like a
synergy about
disruptive nature.
Yeah,
to them. So forgive me, I've had a bottle of wine. You can take over now. I've said enough. Just stop oil the riots.
Excuse me. I think the thing was that there was a whole discussion happening about therapy, because obviously Ali's profession is she's a psychologist. And Days was saying how her psychologist had basically gaslit her into thinking that her experiences of racism probably weren't. Like, that person that looked at you funny, they might not have been racist at all.
Why would a psychologist say that?
Well,
fuck?
You have to remember that.
I'm not disputing it. I just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why would you say that?
No, I know what you're saying, but the fact is that even psychologists come with
Bias.
Yeah. And as Ali said quite rightly, that is an industry dominated by white people.
Yeah.
And she's in that industry, so she should know. The interesting point I thought was that Ali's take on it was the person that knows your experience the best is you.
Of course.
So for them to say that to you basically is out of order.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the comedy in the scene was Lily just sat there in the uniform for the task and like socks and sliders that just made her look
Yeah.
like the girliest little girl.
Yeah. She did keep sitting with her legs open as well, which I know Emma commented on later, but she was sitting in a very manly fashion, like man-spreading almost. Strange.
I just think it's very childlike, isn't it?
Pulling
the
like
behaviour.
the weirdest faces ever when they were talking.
And then I think Ali was like making her observations about being, you know, the people in that industry maybe not having very diverse friendship groups and stuff. And I think Ali can talk on this because she's in that industry and her girlfriend is black as well.
Oh, is
so,
she?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like she's got a good understanding of this.
Yeah.
Case in point, she was also talking about that conversation with Emma. I think it was longer than that. She was talking about people thinking that she was stush, and she wouldn't be using that term if she didn't have a black girlfriend.
What's that? I don't know.
Stush is like when you're like up yourself.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
But what was funny was that she said, you know, I don't really know how we solve that in the industry, and it's a problem. And Lily was like, yeah. As if Lily got any understanding.
Imagine. Yeah, Day said she was talking about being seen as an angry black woman and also having to be strong, which reminded me of Trish.
All the stuff that Trish was talking about.
Interesting.
But really wasn't shown or didn't come up until the podcast episode, really.
No. It's interesting.
And of course... You won't be surprised to hear that the result of this is people talking about Days playing a race card.
Oh, fuck
I've seen
off.
all those comments.
Oh, come on.
It's just unbelievable.
And that's got to be on Facebook, right?
Of course.
Right. That's why I'm not looking at Facebook.
This and here's another thing about this conversation. It also went onto Twitter, the BBUK Twitter, and all the comments on there were just really negative, overwhelmingly so.
Really?
Yeah. And I wanted to put something positive, so I just said, like, you know, just was here to say thanks to Big Brother for including these really important conversations.
Yeah.
The saddest thing about this is, and I don't know why, but Big Brother's deleted the tweet.
Really?
And it's like, can't you moderate your comments? Like, how come you got to the point of making the decision that actually we'll delete this content? Because this is the value of Big Brother, to show these conversations.
That's very BBUS.
It was really odd.
That's pathetic, actually, to do that.
Yeah, leave that content up, Big Brother.
Yeah,
just
if people are going to
block the people that are offensive and delete the comments.
Wow. God, Jesus Christ.
Wait, can you not delete the comments on Twitter? Maybe I'm wrong.
Actually, no, you can't, I don't think.
I should know this.
No, of course you can't, because think about, you know, people... you know, insulting you and shit on Twitter. You can't delete that, can you?
Not even as like a verified account.
No, I don't think. Well, actually,
you can hide them, but for me, it's not clear whether it's hiding it from everyone or just from me.
Right. That's fuckeries, right?
Maybe that's why they took it down, to try and protect people. But,
Yeah,
but it's like
it still feels a bit weak, doesn't it?
Surely you could turn comments off on the post.
Can you turn comments off on Twitter?
I don't know.
I think you can.
I think you can.
I've seen it before. There was a secret task, but I was confused. What was happening?
So the secret task was that Hannah had to upset a guest so much that they would submit a complaint form.
Oh yeah, did she say something about Rosie's hair or something?
Rosie was getting dressed in the bedroom. She goes, like, Rosie, no, whatever, baked potato. This is not giving, or whatever. This look is not giving. And she was like, oh, isn't it? She was like,
yeah, was it the top or the trousers?
Yeah, the hair. She said the hair first, then it was the trousers.
Mm-hmm.
And bless Rosie / baked potato, she actually went and changed her trousers. But the thing with Rosie is, I've literally heard Rosie say, nothing would offend me. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
So Hannah really chose the worst subject.
But did Rosie complain about her?
No. It was the coffee for Ryan that she got him on.
What did she do?
Well, first she went and tried to deliver the coffee and literally chucked it over the table, which was good, but I thought, shit, that carpet's going to stink like coffee.
Could burn you as well.
And then she went to make another one and laced it with barbecue sauce, I think.
Oh,
and
I don't know where I was when this was happening.
He took a sip from the coffee as well. And went, is that coffee? And I think he looked like he was about to continue drinking it, to be honest. But it was funny because when she started to mess up the coffees at first, Dean was like, no, don't do it like that. And then obviously remembered, oh no, you're actually on a mission. So yeah, it was Ryan's barbecue flavoured coffee.
Was that a good secret task? It's okay, I guess.
Quite good. It made me laugh.
I don't know what the hell I was doing when that was happening. What about this Sarah accidentally eating the meat? Why did she want to swap sandwiches so urgently anyway?
Yeah.
And did you see the way she just like, because she obviously wanted that egg sandwich, and then she just like bit into it like straight away to claim it, kind of thing. And then she realised it had the salami in it, and she panicked.
Maybe they were really hungry.
Yeah.
Because I suppose the staff hadn't really been allowed to eat. But
have you ever eaten a sandwich without looking what the fuck is in it first? Because I tell you what, I wouldn't. And if I was vegetarian, 10 times over, I wouldn't. I'd be inspecting every single layer.
Well, I heard the word vegan used.
Oh,
so
right.
is she vegan or is she vegetarian?
I actually don't
because
know.
one, if it's cheese, then she shouldn't be having that. But
is that
so
why
I
she
guess
was
she's-
swapping it for
I guess
the
she's
egg?
vegetarian.
Did she swap for the egg or the cheese? I can't remember.
Cheese.
No, the cheese, yeah, because it was cheese and...
Oh, well, if she was vegan, she wouldn't be having eggs.
No.
So she must be vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian.
There was some question over, like, is this gluten-free bread? Is this someone's special diet sandwich?
Yeah.
And then eventually there was this swap.
Yeah.
So Dean told her it was a cheese sandwich. So really, I know you're saying, would you check? But
I would
she just
check.
took it on face
Am I
value.
victim blaming?
A little bit.
A
A lot of people were not happy with her reaction, but if you are a vegetarian
Oh, God, yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
eaten meat in
Oh,
God knows how many years, she
Believe
would
me,
be upset by it.
Believe me, I get... If I ate something in a sandwich that's not in my prerequisite foods, I would fucking freak.
Yeah.
That's why I'd check first.
Yeah. What about this? Was just before this.
Yeah.
Izaz flirting with baked potato.
Was it?
Do you remember this?
No. I don't know. I don't know where I was for this 10 minutes of the episode.
He was asking if she's good at doing makeup. He was commenting
right.
about her makeup.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like Big Brother
Sounds like something I'd be interested in.
Big Brother was putting it in the interest of this is maybe the foundations of a flirtation that's happening.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure myself if I'd buy it. But one thing he did say in his entrance was like modern dating is dead, right? Or there's a problem with how we're trying to meet people. So maybe that's why Big Brother's honing in on those, because he thinks like that Big Brother thinks he's trying to look for a relationship in the house, maybe.
Oh, I couldn't really think of a worse showmance than him and baked potato. Boring as.
I ship it.
Yeah. God, I don't. I ship it off somewhere not on my TV screen. It sounds boring as hell. So have you got anything more on Sandwichgate?
But I thought that there was a reasonable reaction, but a lot of people had something to say about it.
Oh, sounds like people have got something to say about everything.
They have.
Let's try getting a fucking podcast. Yeah, she in the diary room, Sarah said she was upset that people... She's not even that upset about eating the meat.
No.
She's more upset that people are going to wonder why she couldn't tell it had meat in it.
Yeah, that was an interesting point.
She thought it was just off because of the gluten-free bread or something.
Yeah, people are going to think she's an idiot.
Maybe gluten-free bread tastes like salami. Who knows?
I mean,
probably
salami is quite a distinct flavour profile.
Oh, God. Meanwhile, Marcello was talking about how he always thinks there's someone better out there.
Marcello, 34-year-old Marcello.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was saying that to Jack, and Jack said, how the hell is he 34 and acting like that? There's not always someone better out there. Sleeping with new people all the time gets very boring very fast. Take it from me. And it's just pathetic to be carrying on like that at his age. Hannah said she's too soft to be doing shit like that. And something about being married. Help me out with this, Aggy Gate.
I will help you with Aggy Gate. So, Khalid came into the situation talking about relationships and...
I still don't know how I feel about Khalid. I feel like there's one side of him I like, and then there's another side. Yeah.
Like, if Ali's got a question mark over him, and she's a psychologist, I'm inclined to be like, okay.
I feel like maybe he's putting on a front.
Maybe
didn't she say that?
Yeah. There's a side we haven't seen, so Ali
said. Interesting. He's only young though, he's only 23.
His thing going in was like, all about my brothers. And you could see the love between them. Like, those two brothers were just gazing up adoringly at him.
No.
And I had a real good feeling about him. But yeah, who knows?
I do think he seems sweet, but maybe there is another side to him. But hey, there's another side to all of us.
Not bad to look at either.
Really? A bit young for you, mate. I mean, I'm always talk.
Yeah, but he's been topless in a few scenes and people have been commenting on it, like not being able to focus because they're looking at him.
When Thomas was topless, I thought, put your shirt back on. Wasn't
I don't remember that.
It wasn't great. And Marcello as well.
I can't remember how Khaled came into this conversation, but anyway, it was talking about like relationship styles and obviously Marcello's point is like, I won't be in a relationship because I want to sleep around, basically.
Yeah.
In more words.
Has he heard of an open relationship, or does
Well,
he just want
yeah.
to be a fanny round?
But I think that came up, didn't it?
Oh, did
Maybe.
it? Oh, maybe.
And then it was like, no, that doesn't suit me, blah, blah, blah. And
Doesn't
then,
suit me, to be honest with you.
What do you mean? No, not him. I think Hannah's take was that it
yeah.
doesn't suit her.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Khaled's take. Anyway, the point is that Hannah's belief was you're not married, you're not in a relationship until you're married, like officially.
That's
I think
absolutely insane.
Well,
that's like saying me and you aren't in relationships.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's a mentality that she's been brought up with because she said it came from her parents.
Okay.
And I think the point that she was making was that like Khaled was more monogamy inclined, so it was a counter argument to even if you are in a monogamous relationship, you don't know what the other person is up to. I think that was where she was coming from. I think, reading between the lines.
You do if you trust them.
Yes. But also, if she's been taught this by elders, it may speak to like different cultural norms.
Right,
perhaps.
yeah, of course, yeah.
So, anyway, in this conversation, she was talking about this marriage thing, and she was like, until there's a contract, basically it's not a proper relationship.
It's not legit, yeah.
Khaled goes, are you all right?
Yeah.
You seem to be getting a bit aggy. And which Dean steps in at this point and goes, no, she's just passionate. And she goes, no, I don't get aggy about things, I just get passionate. Now we had, I suppose, Hannah's reaction in the diary room.
By the way, I don't think she was getting aggy either. She wasn't aggy at all, in my opinion.
Well, we need to unpack aggy.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem here, actually, is aggy. Because, like, what the fuck is aggy? Aggy, for me, is like a Love Island word or a Towie word. Like But, obviously, it is a derivative from aggressive.
Yeah, but I see what you mean. It might be a more toned down version.
To be aggy just means a bit
I see what you mean,
irritated to me.
I see what
whereas
you're saying,
she interpreted it to be aggressive. And I don't blame her for it at all, because obviously those things are real, they do exist, and especially her, who came in saying, I'm a bit ghetto. Yeah. Of course, she probably expected to be labelled as aggressive. Yeah. I mean, we all know what happened last year. Yeah. These things can and do happen, but I think the problem is the word aggy. Like, it gets bandied around by probably a younger generation quite flippantly. So Khaled's intention, I don't think,
he probably
was
didn't
that.
mean it. Yeah, it's not like he went, "Oh, you're aggressive."
No,
because aggressive,
or you're in my face, like cool it or whatever. I don't think it was really meant like that, but I can understand why it hit that sensitivity. Yeah. But the problem came, I think, later when the discussion was had in the storeroom about how that was a problem. Yeah. And he didn't handle it so well. All he needed to do was be quiet, listen, and say sorry. But he wasn't explicitly saying, I'm sorry. He was like, if I've upset you, what is it? It's a sorry all day, innit? Or whatever. Yeah. What did he say?
I don't know, but I've put, he seems annoyed.
Yeah, and then he was sort of trying to defend himself. Yeah. But then he came around to, you're a strong woman. Which is also part of the problem.
That's what Stace was saying about the strong woman thing earlier.
Yeah, so he went from...
one stereotype to another.
Yeah, the trigger point of using Aggie, which is like labelling her aggressive, to actually go, no, it's fine. I don't think you're like that. You're a really strong woman.
Microaggressions are popping all over the place.
And she accepted it. Yeah. But it just felt so uncomfortable to me.
Yeah. She said it emasculates a woman.
But I think she then said emasculates.
Either way, emasculates.
Can you emasculate someone? I suppose so.
Emasculating is to do with men. Not to be pedantic, but it doesn't make sense.
But
I don't know what the female version of emasculating is, actually.
But could you on the flip side say that you emasculate a woman?
No.
No, not possible.
No,
it's not like applying that someone's more masculine than they are. I don't know though.
No,
I'm going into linguistics here.
No, but I'm curious about it. What is the female version of? Sorry, listeners, I'm just curious.
But to
carry on. Oh, defeminate or defeminize.
That would be what it is. Because that would suggest that you're more masculine than feminine.
Don't say that you never learn anything on BB on Blast.
Because we're all learning together.
Yeah, we've learnt
Because,
about...
stand by, we're Googling.
We've learnt a word from you today, and we've learnt a
Animism.
word from me today. So don't say you don't learn shit, and don't say we don't teach you things, because we do.
What's the second one? Defeminise.
Defeminate.
Defeminate. Defeminate.
I like that. Nice. Okay, cool.
Emasculate and defeminate. Yeah, it makes sense.
That sounds cool. Okay, right, yeah. I was a bit confused about the whole argument, but I do think at heart it was sort of a misunderstanding. But I do think it's sort of one to watch because there might be more trouble in the future.
With Khalid and
maybe
Hannah
could be
specifically.
Could be. I just think Khalid is young. How old is she?
25 maybe?
Okay, so similar
24.
age. But she seems a lot more sort of mature than him.
Yeah,
and
smart.
he comes across like quite childlike in a way. So we'll see.
I don't know. Have we
maybe not childlike.
Did we gloss over the discussion they had about their upbringings and how their families had grown up in war zones?
I'm not sure. Yeah, we must have, because, yeah.
I mean, his background, he was talking about having, like, basically fled war. He called himself Palestinian tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought he said he was from Lebanon. Is that... Am I being really stupid?
Don't ask me.
Am I doing a Jade
Don't
Goody?
ask me. I don't know anything about this still.
I thought Lebanon was its own country, which is the next one that Israel's turning its sights on. Is it not?
Hold on.
I think it is.
God. Look,
Anyway,
we just made ourselves look smart and then make ourselves look stupid.
Well, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
Everything's a spectrum. But to say, like, he seems a bit...
It's a country.
Yeah, it neighbours Israel, I think.
Right.
I think they've started bombing it recently.
Great.
So, yeah, he's fled a war zone.
Yeah.
So, I mean... He's obviously got life experience.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe with some of these issues...
Yeah, it's a different thing,
so
isn't
smart
it?
on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different thing, I guess, having
But
that.
also these things are like, unless you've educated yourself...
Yeah, it's true.
You don't really know. And maybe he doesn't have friends that have told him that.
No,
ever.
and if he's, a lot of his friends are male, he might not know. Do you know what I mean? So it's a learning curve, isn't it, in the Big Brother house? But I did put here, is he putting on this nice guy act? So my antennas were up. So then we went on to the talent show. That was quite fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
think I missed some of it, but yeah.
I think I did too. There was some rapping, there was some stripping.
There was some comedy roasting, which I don't think we should touch in Britain, do you?
Oh, why?
It's not our culture.
No. We just prefer
don't have to
sarcasm.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Zingbot, isn't it? It's best left unsaid. And then the last thing I've got is Nathan said Days and Sarah are his question marks in the house.
Oh. Days and Sarah.
I thought he'd like Sarah because she's... In fact, both of those they're all three poshos in a pod.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
Sarah's literally a mayoress.
Posho on posho crime. That's not what we want, is it? Keep them together. Should we carry on with a bit about the eviction?
Yeah, let's keep
what
going.
What about AJ? Didn't she look bloody great?
Always.
I'm
not sure about Will's chef looking button up top though.
No. Well, I'm not against it.
Do you know what? Actually, we didn't comment on the looks from the launch.
No.
In fact, they were like...
What were they? I've forgotten.
AJ had this kind of bejeweled catsuit that had some tassels, but also some like sheer bits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, then, black.
Yeah, and then Will's outfit was also all black, but also jewelled.
Oh, yeah, they were sort of matchy-matchy.
Yeah, quite couple dress.
Yeah,
I like that.
They did look good. They should match more, actually.
Yeah, but can you put... If you've got AJ in a PVC crinkly red dress, what do? Put Will in a red blazer?
At least he's not wearing his, quirky things that he wears on the side.
Oh, the boxy teddy bear top.
Yeah, like I love popcorn and shit like that.
That's on Zara, that.
Oh, God.
I saw it.
Just like these things they put him in. That's emasculating.
I think it's a cute look on him. The big kid look.
Children's TV presenter chic.
Yeah, kid core.
Yeah, I mean, me and you both dress like that anyway, so I don't know why I'm complaining.
I don't dress like that. His is very dressy. His is like all the items need to be steamed or ironed, and I'm very not that person.
Oh, well, me either. So Lily's rat we saw of hamster, you said, and they were taking the piss. Going, Nathan was going, "Don't kill me like all the other animals."
Ali say you squeezing it. around the head.
That was funny. Baked Potato was feeling insecure. We saw the inside of Lily's wardrobe. What a disaster! Has she not got some? Can't she just hang some shit
There's
up?
hangers right there.
You've literally got nothing else to do in the house. Just hang your shit
She's a
up.
very busy girl.
God, she's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Sarah said about Emma, you don't even have a bum hole. It's just a little diamond.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What's the dead cat story? Oh, Lily basically
Stole a cat
off
from
the
the road.
It got killed.
Yeah,
It got ran over. The vet wouldn't let her keep it because it wasn't her cat.
It got microchipped.
Got a
She
microchip.
wanted to stuff it. That was funny. Tragic, but funny.
What's this about baked potato? About going for a job, thinking you don't deserve this? Was
She's
she
just
talking
saying
about a
she's
job?
No,
or Big
she's
Brother?
saying she's got imposter syndrome. Basically, she shouldn't be. Why did she get picked? Kind of thing.
To be in the house.
Yeah, I warmed to her a bit.
You're not
tonight.
good enough for this, she said.
Yeah, I warmed to her a bit tonight.
Dean thinks he's the full package.
Oh, yeah.
I beg to differ.
I think I've got it all. He said. No. Days and Khaled were talking about Palestine. I'm not going to touch that one. I don't really know anything about it. Do you?
Well, the fact of the matter is,
what they were saying was
people are dying.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening in this day and age.
Yeah,
and it's true.
Quite.
And to be honest, no one else on TV is willing to say it. So thank you, Big Brother.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy out there. Like, you feel like the general population. What? Yeah, the general consensus amongst the population is, why the fuck are we propping up a war? Which we are, because we're funding weapons and supplying arms, because that's what we do. We've actually scaled back on some of it, I think, with the Keir Starmer. But, like, no one's willing to stand up and say, this is a war crime.
Yeah.
Like, no one in politics, no one in TV, really.
Now I feel like Lily.
Trust me, I'm not super knowledgeable on it either.
You sounded
but
like you were there.
what I do know, because sometimes I watch Double Down News, and Double Down News is on Instagram. If you don't follow Double Down News, I strongly advise that you do it.
Okay.
Because they really will tell you what the mainstream media isn't willing to.
Oh, really?
And it's absolutely wild that all of these governments, the US included, are propping up Israel and letting them absolutely destroy an entire population, an entire nation and country and people. How is that? Like, haven't we learned anything from Hitler?
Why are they doing it then? Money?
I don't even know. It's a dispute over the land, really.
Yeah, no, I know that part. But why are...
Yeah, why are we letting it happen?
Yeah.
Why are we, the West, allowing this to happen?
I feel like everyone's just on the fence so much about it that you can't get to the bottom of it. That's what I feel.
And there's some deep, sinister stuff.
Yeah.
Which even goes down to, like, Britain First is connected to, like, Israel.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand it
I don't either. I've tried many times and failed.
But the problem is, and one of the problems is on social media, as soon as you say anything against the war, you're an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it doesn't matter who these people are. They're literally flattening schools,
and hospitals,
universities, nurseries, or anything. That's not okay, no matter who you are.
No. It's fucked.
So yeah, I thought it was nice to see this being raised, really. And people just, I mean, let's be honest, if he's a Palestinian Muslim, as he claims to be, Khaled, although I thought he's from Lebanon, he's got skin in the game here.
Yeah, of course.
And even him himself was saying it's not, what was he saying? He volunteered with Jewish people.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about being Jewish or Muslim.
No, and he's got
it's just
friends
about
who are
humanitarian, basic humanitarian like concerns. I don't know.
Because a lot of Jewish people and Palestinian people are friends and neighbours and everything, and they're not, they're not involved in the other stuff. I sound so stupid.
The thing is, this has been, and I obviously don't know the full history, but I know this is something that's rumbled on for years and years and years.
Yeah, since the war.
And
World War.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fallout of that, isn't it? But it's just crazy because it's now turning back the other way. It's like you're an oppressed people yourselves, and now you're wreaking havoc. Like, how the fuck have you let... I don't know if that's normal in psychology of humans or whatever, but it just seems fucked up to me.
something that's interesting is
Yeah.
a lot of people on Twitter are going, "Oh, I don't want to hear about politics on Big Brother," and I just think, "Fuck you!" Big Brother has always been about politics and always been political about every issue: racism, sexuality, feminism, everything. Every issue has been on Big Brother. So to say, it's like when people go, "Oh, politics shouldn't be in music." Music has always been about politics as well. It's so stupid when people say that.
Well,
and
people
so
act like politics doesn't penetrate every element of our lives, which it does.
It's just I don't want to hear about politics on Big Brother. Well, you don't want to hear about people on Big Brother then. You don't want to hear about stories. You don't want to hear about people's identities because all of that is politics. You don't want to hear about gender, anything. It's just absolute bullshit. Anyway, let's move on.
Is this correct? Did I get this right? Empathy is built when people can see each other. I think that was something that maybe Daisy said.
It was good what she said.
And I thought, God, if there's not a phrase that better sums up Big Brother, it's that.
Yeah.
I feel like Big Brother is, and I will speak about this, like, till the cows come home. I feel like it's such a powerful tool for putting people in people's living rooms that they would never ever cross paths with.
Yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately, my example of, like, Nadia as the trans winner, but, like, Brian as the trans winner.
Yeah.
Everything seems to have gone so backwards since then.
Yeah.
But, like...
Brian is a gay winner.
What did I say?
Trans.
Oops. Brian is a gay winner, thank you. Yeah, it just feels like it's such a powerful tool for that. Even though now I feel like we've taken several steps backwards. But it's just like... Yeah. It matters to people as well. This is validating for people who are like Khalid, who are refugees who have come here. It's validating for... I don't know... climate activists who believe that war is bad.
Also, it's how some people learn. It's like Nathan said, Ryan did, I don't know, said, wouldn't have been around a climate activist. So now I'm learning. Yeah. And people watching are learning too. Because on the news, it's just like, these people just seem like insufferable arseholes. Well, they do. But that, even though I agree with what they're doing, and then you see one and it's like, okay, like you can hear, you can learn from it. Older people can learn from it. Younger people can learn from it.
Exactly.
It's just, a little window into society, isn't it?
And this is the magic of Big Brother. People just love to complain about it.
People listen to us just feel like, it's not that deep, but
it is that deep.
Sometimes it is. Anyway, now we've got onto sausages again.
Thank goodness. And this is also what Big Brother gives us.
Yeah.
And one thing I said about that scene in the bathtub, about the therapy and race issues in therapy, it's like you've got Lily so clueless and bringing the comedy, and Ali with her professional experience, Days with her lived experience. All of these housemates were bringing something completely different to that scene, and it was just the magic of Big Brother in a scene, like just encapsulated for me. Yeah, chef's kiss.
Then Marcello was telling Sarah how to cook sausages, and she was absolutely horrified.
It felt like it was going to kick off in a bigger way. I wasn't sure. It was really tense, wasn't it?
It was just weird. And then he was sort of trying to come on to her, and she was just like, I'm not interested, kind of thing. And then he sort of turned his attention to Rosie and was like flattering her and going, did you used to be a model or something? She was like, who, me? I was thinking, don't actually fall for that shit.
No, she won't, will she?
I hope not. Meanwhile...
He said his roster was full. Did he say he didn't need a wife?
Yeah, he said he's got too many missuses. That's not the plural of... What is it? Maybe it is.
Meanwhile, what? Is it Shagan doing his press-ups?
Yeah, but I forgot how to say his name again, so I didn't want to say
Shagan doing his press-ups in
the
mezzanine.
I think it's Shagan, but it's not.
Shagan.
How can I...
Schengen.
How can I remember this? I don't know what that is. That's not helpful.
It's like some European area where you can move freely without a passport.
Okay, that's really hard. Shagan.
Gun.
Gun part I've got.
Sheg, like egg.
Sheg. Okay, Shagan.
Oh, that's a Shagan.
This is embarrassing for me. I'm sorry, listeners. So then we had something about BDSM came up. What was happening here? How did this begin with the BDSM? Sarah mentioned something when she was cooking.
Lily came in and said, does Sarah do BDSM?
Yeah, but Sarah said something at the start to trigger it.
Sarah said, my sex life is not up for discussion. To which Lily was like, Sarah does BDSM.
Yeah.
And then didn't Baked Potato say, Sarah does BDSM, pass it on.
I like that.
Didn't
That
she
was funny.
make mention of just handcuffs and blindfolds?
Oh,
but not
maybe.
whips and chains. I don't know.
Sarah seemed to know a lot about it. That's all I'm saying. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, it's all good with me. Now, they were gathered round to see if they'd passed or failed the task.
Yeah.
Lily is eating ice cream straight out the tub. I'm sorry, but there's a house full of people there. Don't you want to put some in a bowl and give some...
Maybe it's Lily's personal ice cream.
No, there's something wrong with her. That's not normal behaviour in a house
You can't
share.
say wrong. That's negative and judgmental.
No, but there is actually something wrong with her.
There's something about Lily. That's the title of this podcast.
Something's awry. Anyway, no one seemed to care. I think they've just accepted her as she is now.
Well, there was rumbles of hygiene concerns later on, so it's all connected.
Anyway, they failed the task.
Yeah, because staff member Sarah insulted the guests.
Mm.
She called Martha a rotisserie chicken.
I totally missed
in
that
the
as
water
well.
aerobics class.
Ouch!
Staff member Lily was sitting on laps. Staff member Lily was eating a sausage, was it? And also sleeping on shift. I like it was staff member. They had 51 fails in this task, and therefore failed and have an economy shopping budget.
Sounds quite a lot.
Do you know how many fails they were allowed?
No, I did want to know.
5.
Oops. Okay.
That used to be a part of it, didn't it?
Yeah.
How many you were allowed.
I like knowing that.
Yeah, they
That's
cut
good.
that bit out.
How did you know then?
It was on the live feed and someone screen capped it.
Ah, nice.
Actually, G Dave, who does the live feed updates.
Oh, I was going to shout them out.
What's the handle?
I've got it here. GDave815.
Can we just acknowledge that G Dave815 is one of the most lovely and positive people in the fandom right now?
And they are. And they were messaging me this week, and we were having a good old chat, and they're a proper cool person, so shout out G Dave.
Yeah,
and also you can follow them on Instagram as well, and on Twitter, because I follow them on Instagram and get the little updates on there.
Yeah.
So
and a Facebook for the live feed updates.
Very highly recommend, especially if you can't be bothered to stay up and watch a live feed, which I certainly cannot. Right, I've lost my place now because I went down to read the handle.
So we've got 51 fails. They're on their economy budget. The chalkboard was back, much to my joy.
Hold on, just before that we had the bogey chat.
Oh,
so,
I want to do a poll, and obviously it's anonymous. How many people eat their bogies? I think it's more common than people would like to admit.
Last night on the way back from the gig, there was a guy on the tube, had his finger so far up his nose. He's reading the paper. He had a big nose as well.
Yeah.
It was right. I was pointing it out to Jack, and we both started laughing.
Right.
He looked at us and then just carried on. I said to Jack, do you know one person you will never see doing that on the tube? A fucking woman. I've never ever seen a woman picking their nose on the tube. I've seen men knee deep in
knee deep. Wow, that is some dexterity.
It's just. Yeah, everyone picks their nose, apart from Ali, apparently, who just washes it thoroughly.
You know what she probably does? She probably uses the water. You can use a neti pot.
Look, everyone...
The water flosser right up the nose.
Imagine that.
God, that would be a shock to the brain.
Look, everyone picks their nose. If you don't, email in if you don't, you're lying. But doing it in public and also eating it...
No, but the question is eating it.
No, hold on. Who raised that question?
So
were they saying about Lily eating it?
Was it Days said this? Lily sits there,
yeah,
pulls out the biggest bogey out of her nose and eats it. I love that Lily is willing to go into the Big Brother house full of cameras and do that.
That reminds me of John Tickle. I'll never forget.
Was John Tickle doing
in the
that?
Shower? He was, oh my God.
I give you one up.
I can picture it right now.
What about one worse than that?
Oh no,
Johnny Reagan. Do you remember him?
Oh yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah,
I know he is. Yeah,
eating his toenails.
Oh,
live on Big Brother.
Stop.
Not only eating them, but sniffing them first.
I remember Tina Malone biting her toenails as well.
Did she?
I think it's impressive if someone can bite their toenails. I used to bite my toenails when I was a kid.
Same.
I wouldn't be able to do it now. Wouldn't have a hope in hell.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I
couldn't.
Couldn't? Oh, hold on, let's see.
Let's have a go. Can you put your foot to your mouth?
No, not anymore. Chomp.
Isn't that one of Lily's noises?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think more people
do the poll then, and we'll see.
Their nose and
do you want to confess something here?
No, I don't want to say.
Are you sure?
My bogey.
Yeah.
Habits are not up for discussion, as Sarah
said. Right, okay. Gaz beats his bogeys, pass it on. No. Pass it on.
It's good for you as a kid, though.
Is it?
You don't know this?
When I was a kid, I think I used to wipe them on like a shelf or something.
Yeah,
That's classic, wasn't it? I think
down by the bed.
I had an area, like where I used to wipe.
I don't know if you did. I don't think I did.
I did, 100%.
No, it's actually good for kids to eat their own bogies. There's a reason for this.
God.
So they actually taste kind of sweet. We are supposed to enjoy our own bogies. We are, and the science of it is it builds your immune system up.
Right. How?
Because you're putting like bacteria and stuff.
Oh, right.
Because obviously your nose, I don't know, catches the germs, whatever. They're going into your body and they're building up your immune system. So the message is eat your bogies for better immunity.
That is not the message. Let's move on to the shopping task. I feel sick.
So I'm really pleased to see the return of the chalkboard, because the chalkboard leads to all chaos, doesn't it?
I saw someone on Twitter saying the iPad was not it.
No, it was not it. Who was that? One of our lot?
I don't
probably.
know, but good for them. You were getting emotional about the shopping task.
No, the connection task.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm just getting emotional over this being this good so quickly.
It has been good. I've enjoyed it this week, and I wasn't expecting to.
It's just all the hallmarks of like proper Big Brother, which I felt like last year it was good, but it wasn't this Big Brother.
Yeah.
It wasn't as Big Brother-ish.
Wait and see what they do next week with the HOA.
Well, yeah. I mean, I probably won't mind it, but plenty of people
No.
probably won't like it.
Yeah,
It doesn't usually go down well in the UK.
We can't cope with strategy on our show.
Ali said there's 15 extroverts. She isn't one. And she's got question marks over certain people.
Oh, yeah.
She thinks that Emma is putting on an act.
And Khaled.
And Khaled doesn't like her. Nathan wants to... Am I jumping ahead here?
No, he's bringing up Nigel Farage again. Shut up.
Oh, he just wants a bit of airtime.
He wants him to be Prime Minister, and he bet his mum's life on it. You bet your mum's life on it.
What's that? A Morrissey lyric.
Tori Amos.
Oh, ironic.
Some of our older listeners will appreciate that reference.
So when I was in the crowd, here's some insight from the crowd.
Yeah,
I could
ironic
sit...
is not Tori Amos, by the way. That's Alanis Morissette.
No, so it's ironic that she's called Tory, and we're talking about right wing politics.
This podcast is just descending into hell.
I could see Nathan's mum and dad in the audience as his VT played out, and as he got on stage, and they just looked horrified by the whole thing. They were just cringing.
Oh, good.
And I just think they were worried for the boys, to be honest.
So they should be. What about...
Halal meat?
Yeah, hold on. Shagan.
Yes.
I remembered your egg thing.
There you go.
See, it worked. He just explained to Lily that halal is just you say a prayer over the animal.
That was Izaz.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Shagan.
I think everyone was in this
yeah, because Shagan
conversation.
is... Sorry, that's really bad. Anyway, it's not true that you just say the prayer. You also slit the animal's throat. Just wanted to do a fact check there.
And also hang it upside down so the blood drains out.
Yeah, he didn't say... Lily didn't need to know that part.
Spared Lily the gruesome details.
And I have no problem. I eat halal meat as well, but I think all meat production is absolutely disgusting. Even I eat it. So let's face it, you're killing animals just to eat something, and it's gross whatever way you do it.
I still think in modern halal meat production that there is, and I know it's like questionable.
They don't stun the animal before.
I think they do now, don't they?
I don't think they do. I don't think that's haram to do that.
Oh, I thought they did.
I don't think so. If someone knows about you, feel free to correct us for being ignorant. But I think it's... Is it... No, haram...
Haram is a bad thing.
Haram's bad.
Yeah.
What's... No, kosher's Jewish. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, kosher's Jewish.
Look, just ignore this section and move on.
Well, isn't halal... I don't know if it only refers to meat, I suppose.
Haram... Oh, fuck.
Anyway, we obviously don't know.
We don't know.
It would have been nice to maybe hear a bit more about it.
Yeah, we don't know. But either way, whatever way you slice it, literally.
For want of a better word.
If you want to like live peacefully, probably don't eat animals. But I do, so I feel guilty about it.
I've always found the idea of how they slaughter animals quite disturbing.
And the whole thing is just horrendous.
So, like, whether it's a slit of the throat or a bolt through the head, it's all fucking gross.
It's absolutely horrendous. The whole thing is.
But one thing I'll never forget is like I was in Honest Burgers, and this burger restaurant sells chicken, which is halal.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why the question came. I was like, did you do? I think I asked you do a halal beef burger, and they were like, no, we can't make a halal beef burger that basically matches how we want to serve beef.
Oh, right.
Mainly because I think you need the blood in the beef.
Oh, right.
And like you drain the blood with halal meat.
See.
But when you're cooking a burger, you want that like
I see.
pink inside juiciness.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work for
God.
for them. Although obviously halal beef burgers do exist.
Yeah. Oh, God. I just think, and I've always said this, I think in probably less than 50 years, people will look back at people who eat meat and just think, you're an absolute disgrace. Honestly, I think we'll be looked at as no better than paedophiles. That's my honest opinion on it.
Hell,
honestly, honestly, we will be look back and be seen as so barbaric for it. In if maybe not 50 years, then 100. You heard it here first.
I don't agree with this.
It's feel free not to agree.
It's not even human nature, it's animal nature to eat flesh of other
Yeah,
animals.
but we're like more sophisticated than that. We should rise above it and set a better example.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mouths.
So let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
That's Marcello's song when he walks out.
Anyway, let's move on from this topic because it's depressing as fuck. God, more
it's making me hungry.
More politics. More politics.
The task was the circuit.
Oh yeah, this was good.
What was missing from this task, did you think?
Electric shock.
Yes, exactly. Do you think that there was ever probably one time an intention that if they got it wrong they would get a shock? Surely.
But they all got it right, didn't they?
Yeah, but come on, they can't have got it right first time.
No, wasn't that the whole point of it?
I think they just edited it down to cut out the failures. Is that Brad Pitt?
No, but it's Sam Reid, but he does look like Brad Pitt.
Our cheat sheet is
he's so
locked.
fit.
Now
I
some
want to marry him.
odd-looking actors appeared.
He's the vampire Lestat. How dare you?
So I really like this task. One, because we got to learn stuff about what the housemates said in their auditions, which is always interesting.
Yeah, I liked it.
And two, because they got to hear what other people said in their auditions.
But did you not want them to say who's the best looking, most likely to win, biggest backstabber?
Most to least. No.
Maybe they'll just pop that out later.
Maybe they will, but they didn't need it for me.
This was a good twist on it, actually.
Yeah. It was the fact that there was the overlap of this thing applies, both things apply to you, and you stand in the middle. I've never seen it like that before.
No.
It's always you're behind that podium.
It's sort of like the Venn diagram, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how was it that it just so happened that everyone had overlapping things?
Yeah. Well, I guess they asked them so many questions, there's bound to be some, isn't there?
I suppose. But like everyone has an overlap.
But we learnt some things about people that made me raise an eyebrow, like the Trump thing. That was off-putting. Ali came out with a great one.
Did she?
About feminism. I can't remember what the exact thing
I've got
was.
I've got it.
What was the exact question, though? Would you consider yourself a feminist, or...?
I can't remember what the plinth said. Plinth?
Anyway,
Podium said?
I know the other part.
She said, any argument against feminism is a misunderstanding of what feminism is.
That is the most true thing I've ever
were going,
heard. Preach.
Yeah,
I was like this.
Yeah.
I was, because it's true. People are so scared of feminism. Literally all feminism is wanting equal rights as men. And it benefits all of society, not just women. It benefits men too, for women to be equal.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
You
Nothing
monster.
more to it. Yeah, man hating. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's so dumb. Shout out Andrew Tate. Ali Ali is getting a lot of love online. My £5 bet on her.
Looking good.
Yeah, I wish
What are the odds?
I wish I put 10. So I get 75 quid.
That's all right,
Better
isn't
than
it?
nothing, isn't it?
Marcello is open to romance even on the way to the corner shop.
God.
Um,
Yeah, but are people open to romance with him on the way? It's just trying to buy their milk and they're like fucking out.
I don't know what this is about, but Baked Potato said that's quite nice. What was it about? I've no
God
idea.
knows.
I don't know why I wrote that down. Must have been relevant.
Shegan thinks society is too woke.
This
and then
is
he was
a-
trying to like backtrack, going, "Oh well, I think it's blah blah blah."
This is a red flag.
yeah,
That is a big red flag.
yeah. Him and who else said it? Was it Khaled?
I'm not sure.
It was someone else.
He said he started to talk about cancel culture though, didn't he? As if that's the thing he's got a problem with.
Yeah. Well, oh, God, he's probably worried about being cancelled himself.
Anyway, they got all their connections right, and they pulled down the lever and the hatch opened to reveal a Chinese takeaway voucher.
Oh, God.
But there was more. Only 5 housemates could enjoy the takeaway.
Martha ruined the fun by coming up with a sensible solution for who got the Chinese takeaway.
Martha.
Yeah, we want to see more
Who
arguments.
kept going, Big Brother? Was it her at the start?
Yeah,
The first night,
I think she was. So all the people who were basically the workers in the task got to have the Chinese takeaway.
Lily didn't really deserve that, did she? After sitting on the lap of a customer, eating a sausage.
Picking her nose.
Speaking of picking her nose.
Yeah.
When the food arrived, she went straight and had her fingers in the box, didn't she?
That was absolutely gross.
Oh, but this is the headline of this show.
Is it?
This episode.
What?
The footage from the smoking area, right?
Oh, hang on. But just before that, we had the Rosie and Martha conversation where they were talking about their bodies.
Oh,
and Rosie was saying she hated her body because she's too skinny and people always think she's on drugs or she's got an eating disorder. And to be honest,
it's funny because we literally had a conversation about her being very skinny.
We were saying, God, she's so skinny. Do you think she's got it? We literally did say that.
Yeah.
I might as well come out and say it because we did. Because she does look really fucking skinny. And then
the first thing I said about
when
I saw her is, my God, she's skinny.
Yeah.
It's very strikingly obvious that she's skinny. So I did it. I was there, I saw her on stage.
Don't you think it's sort of slightly natural, though, to wonder if people have an eating disorder if they're that skinny?
I suppose.
Because I sort of want to say, can you naturally be that skinny?
She seems to say that
she says she is. I don't want to cast aspersion because you don't know. If we had live feed, you'd be able to see because you'd be able to see what she's eating in the house. But anyway, if she's skinny, that's up to her anyway. But it's just these judgment calls that we make on people's bodies. And then, what's her name? Martha saying, people judge her for the way she is, yeah.
And she'd kill for that body.
She'd kill for her body. And I just thought that was sad. Because I don't think being that skinny is particularly something to kill for either. They should both accept themselves as the way they are. I know it's not that easy, believe me, I know.
Are any of us truly happy with our bodies?
No one is. You have to, but at some point you have to kind of accept you are what you are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good if you can.
I'm never, ever, ever going to be skinny. I never, ever have been skinny. I've always been on the curvier side. And obviously you get curvy as you get older as well. I'm not going to fucking spend my life starving myself because it's just not going to happen. So I just have to accept myself for what I am.
Yeah.
And your body type is what your body type is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm not happy with it.
I've heard you say you'd like to be more muscly or whatever.
100%.
Yeah. But
I kind of live with regret of not starting working out earlier in my life.
But don't you think it wasn't really a thing when we were younger?
It wasn't really.
I feel like now, people in their 20s, they're into very health conscious, working out. I feel like
case in point, Khaled, who's 23 and is ripped.
Yeah, we missed the boat in a way, I feel. Even though we could probably pick it up.
I mean, look at Shogun, he's 25 and he's that size.
Yeah. I just feel like it just wasn't a thing when we were younger. It was more about just...
Go on.
For me, it was more about just getting fucked up. There was no respect for your body whatsoever. Oh.
Well, I think there just wasn't access to gyms like there is now either.
It was just totally
now
different.
There's 5 gym brands on every high street.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, there was an LA Fitness, and it felt like a sort of, I don't know, a different planet which people with money went to or something. I don't know. It felt called LA Fitness. I thought it was like a celebrity thing. I couldn't believe there was one in Bedford. But it just wasn't. There wasn't a culture of that.
Well, even me and Jack were talking about school dinners the other day, and Jack's only 30, and he was saying when he had school dinners, it was literally just chips, potatoes, pizza,
cake with custard.
And he's 30, so that wasn't that long ago.
No.
Now I'm sure school dinners aren't like that. It was just a different world, totally different. So I don't know. Just we're going off on a tangent, but. It's a shame. People are so judgmental. Well, we're judgmental too about the way people look. I mean, we get called out for all sorts of things. But you have to just accept you are what you are. But again, it's a lot easier said than done. And some of it does come with age as well.
What does?
Accepting yourself comes with age. And accepting, because as you...
I don't think that's a guarantee either.
It's not, but as you get older, more and more things start to fall apart. So you kind of think,
quite.
What was I complaining about back then when I looked like that? So I feel like you come to a peace with how you are now, if you know what I mean. we're getting very philosophical.
We are. While we're on the subject, I've been feeling so skinny.
Skinny?
Yeah. To a point that I don't like it at all.
I'd love to be skinny.
If I look at my forearms, I'm like, how are they that skinny? And I just was looking at like the Big Brother House tour video and the pictures, and obviously I'm wearing like quite boxy clothes, and I just think, God, you look so skinny.
I don't think you look so skinny.
Just to say,
It's
like,
yourself though, isn't it?
I'm
It's
having
your
my own
self-perception,
hang-ups,
isn't it?
yeah.
Oh God, when I saw myself on the house tour as well, because I don't normally see like the back of myself, like seeing my bum like going along, I was like, fucking hell, what's happening there? Like, you don't normally see your own bum,
No,
do you?
don't.
So I was like, oh bloody hell. But at the same time I was like, that is me, do you know what I mean? What am I going to do? I could change it. I'm trying to change it a little bit, but it's not going to change that much.
Would you do anything differently on a house tour video next time? Did you?
No, I was quite. I personally think we look quite good in the pictures.
I think we do.
I think we had a good time, and we are what we are.
Yeah.
I think you look good. I think I look good. I think it's all good.
Cool.
We've accepted ourselves.
Well, I don't know if I have, but I'm trying.
It's all like a journey of self-improvement, isn't it, to some extent? Although I also like to self-destruct at times too. But, it's part of life,
We've all got
isn't
our toxic traits. Bloody hell, that was a long bit.
Fucking
Didn't want to talk about that for
we
so
need
long.
to carry on. Right. Oh, God. Go on. Marcello.
Oh, so we knew something was up when suddenly it cut to this grainy-ass GoPro footage.
Fuck?
And you didn't really understand what the lockers were, did you?
I didn't understand anything. Last year we weren't allowed to see the smoking area. Also, they were only allowed to go one by one.
Yes.
If they're going to show bits from the smoking area, have a decent camera in there. But they obviously weren't going to show it.
No, they weren't. They didn't
only
intend to.
showed it because of what happened.
Because he made an accusation that they'd kissed.
That is so fucked up.
But sinister still was that he acted like he was zipping up his trousers.
What the fuck?
So what is he alluding to? Is he
What
trying
do
to
you
suggest
think?
that he's banged her, or she sucked him off? Like what?
Oh my God. That is so disgusting and inappropriate. He should get a warning for that. That is just absolutely revolting. And like someone on Twitter said, it's obvious, like he thinks there's no cameras there, so he's trying to like...
But I think they must know, they must be told there are cameras in every space.
Yeah, but he probably thinks that bit is never shown.
Yeah, well,
they've probably
like
told them that bit's not normally shown.
And I wish I'd looked. I wish I'd checked the toilets.
Yeah.
Because we were so obviously told don't show the bits that aren't on TV. I didn't even think to look in them, but there must be cameras in the toilets still, right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because there has to be. But, yeah, it's interesting. Like, I didn't know they had all those little vape lockers. That was interesting in itself.
Yeah, so those lockers, they also have them in the storeroom, but for medication.
If I was Ali, I wouldn't go in that smoking area with him ever again. I wouldn't go anywhere near that fucking guy. In fact, I'd go to Big Brother and say, this guy's worrying me.
Yeah.
Because he's worrying me just watching it.
And it's the fact that he said, you knew what you were doing following me in there.
Trying to blame her. He said, he said we vape kissed. Because they shared a vape.
But he did that in a calculated way, don't you think? To be able to claim that.
Probably, yeah.
Also, you're 34 years old. On what planet is sharing a vape, kissing somebody?
Yeah,
that's like when you're at school and you go, oh, shared the water, you've got my backwash or whatever.
It's not even doing a blowback, is it?
No.
That's it. Going back a
throwback
bit,
to a blowback.
By the way, we missed the whole drag show, but the drag show was fun.
The drag show was more fun on live feed because you got to see more of Dirty Di, which was Nathan's character.
Yeah, Nathan did look good in drag, I must say. Anyway, Ali was obviously rattled. And, yeah, he tried to, like, sort of cuddle her, didn't he? And she was just like, no. She's I've got a girlfriend. And I'm like, that's not a good... She's got a girlfriend, all right. It's not a good look.
Because she said, like, you're trying to fuck up my life or something.
It's just like...
For me, and I know that it's difficult in that position... But I wish Ali hadn't shook his hand on it.
Yeah.
Because
I know
it almost excuses him.
But you don't understand the pressure as a woman, do you know what I mean? To just go along with things.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. You just have to smooth it over and just smooth it over. It sucks. It's just, it's just shit. Anyway, meanwhile, Hannah was pissed off of Lily picking her nose. Oh, God, let's move on from that. Emma was crying and asking Ali how she felt about her. Oh, yeah.
Well, it was weird, because Emma was kind of upset, and Ali came up and then decided to ask Emma,
Ali was like, how do you feel about me? I did think that was a bit weird.
It was a bit strange.
Yeah, sort of almost narcissistic.
And then she was like, well, I thought you didn't like me. Well, I thought you thought that about me.
Yeah.
Okay, but why are you saying this now?
Yeah.
That's what my question is.
And then Rosie was like...
Agog. What's happening right now?
That was weird. Ali said... Oh, yeah, and then the last bit was Ali was in bed with Nathan and Lily, I think. That's a group I can get behind. And
it was a bit bitching with stuff.
Yeah, she said, people are acting not nice. And she said something about Khaled. And Nathan said, I hate everyone. And Ali
Did he?
Yeah, he said, I hate everyone. And Ali said, shall we form an alliance, which you think is against the rules?
I think that's a rule break. I think that's a clear breach of Big Brother's rules.
Is it? But it's not targeting anyone specifically.
No, but to be an alliance suggests I don't nominate you.
Well, she's one step ahead for the HOH comp next week.
Oh my God. They've had it in the past where they've allowed discussion of nominations as well, haven't they? Do you think they're going to do that?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think so?
Of course, yeah.
I remember they introduced this in Big Brother 4.
And
Ray was the head of household.
Oh, okay.
Head of household. And didn't you have to go into like another series where you had to go in a tube so you could talk about nominations?
Oh, yeah, they did.
Big Brother 8.
Was it the Toilet Roll of Doom? No, it can't have been.
A little capsule where you
Not
could
the 4 in, 4 out
discuss nominations, but nowhere else, didn't they?
Yeah. And they did it recently as well, and no one liked it. Everyone was getting aggy about it.
Was it a Cameron series?
It could have been, yeah. For a week, they could talk about nominations. It shouldn't be this early, though, because then you everyone's cards is kind of on the table, like, early. Do you know what I mean?
We've not heard what they've told you about this on Late and Live,
no,
by the way.
we've not seen
this is all
Late and Live yet,
speculation.
yeah.
But I'm excited for there to be a head of household twist.
Yeah, we'll see.
In fact, this whole series so far is making me wish I was in it.
Oh, you should be in it.
I should be in
you
it.
You didn't apply.
I didn't apply.
You're going to be in it. You got to be in it to win it. Haven't you?
Yeah.
So that was it. Ryan got evicted. Bye-bye. What would you say about him?
What a strong starting week of
God,
Big Brother.
This must be our longest Big Brother
Series
podcast.
21.
This must be gearing up for another 3-hour special here.
Probably, yeah.
We
but
know.
It's always like that with UK because there's so much content to cover.
I know.
We haven't even done the emails yet.
Let's do them.
The correspondence section.
We
have to break because I need a little comfort break.
No, it sounds like someone's already in there.
If you need 5 minutes, go to the toilet. No, I've lost my Dean accent.
That? I thought you were doing bear. It's problematic in this era.
Yeah, so we'll be back with
be opening the inbox.
Yeah, with our feedback. You can send us an email to bbonbusspod@gmail.com with your views.
Be right back.
We're back with your emails, and there's quite a few of them.
Oh, God.
So thank you everyone that emailed in.
Yay.
And we've just been out of the door looking for the Aurora again. We could see the Aurora Borealis from London yesterday, couldn't we?
I think you could see it in America too.
You could see it all over the place,
yeah,
actually.
That's cool.
We've got some nice pictures, didn't we?
Pinky
Purple ones. And I've just been out to take a picture now. There's some lines in the sky, but it might be light pollution. I'm not sure. There's a line in the sky. So let's go down this inbox. So the first email is Matthew Pegazzani is back in the inbox, who you mentioned earlier. The subject says, BBUK is back. Would have been more appropriate. Hi Lizzie and Gaz, just finished watching your house tour video on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
And that got me so much more excited than I already was. That's what we aim for. I only lasted on BBUS till about a week after Tucker got voted out.
Wow.
I'm really looking forward to some proper Big Brother every night. Yeah. I mean, this is how I feel. Like, I mean, obviously I was enjoying BBUS a lot this year. But when the real Big Brother comes back, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I love.
It's funny you should say that because Jack was watching UK Big Brother and said it's so boring compared to BBUS. That's what he said.
And obviously he was asking about getting tickets for the show.
You've
already
I've helped
sent the
him
link.
out with that.
He said looking forward to your first pod and housemate reactions. Well, you've got them. Thank you for emailing and thank you for watching the video.
We didn't do our first sort of impressions of the housemates, but
Kind of did.
Yeah,
In a roundabout kind of way. And then who have we got next?
enjoy your trip to London and let us know how you get on.
Yeah. Send us some photos
He's
from.
going to see
I was going to say, send us photos from the eviction. You can't take your camera in and take any pictures anyway.
I wonder what he'll make of Harlesden. A bit of a culture shock, I'd imagine.
Even some people that I met that came from the Midlands were a bit on edge about being in Harlesden. So good luck to Matthew Pegazzani, is all I say.
You'll be fine. It's quite suburban, actually.
Next is Liam. Hi, Gaz and Linz. Big Bro is back
Liam.
with mini Ks.
I was having a good chat with Liam in the week as well.
Oh. There's the party popper emoji and the party emoji with the...
Oh, yeah.
and back with a bang. I'm loving this series so far. I think this is the most promising start to a BBUK series for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Including Channel 5 in this, obviously. There's a lot of potential favourites for me so far.
Oh, interesting.
I've been loving seeing the personalities, I guess, come out through natural conversations instead of forced tasks every day.
There has been some forced tasks. But there has been a lot of natural conversations as well.
Wasn't the first thing they made them do on BBUK last year was obviously like pass the parcel, blow up the suitcases?
Oh, yeah.
Then wasn't it like getting that giant bed? Was that the next thing they did?
Wasn't that Andrew Tate?
No, the other giant bed. And tempt them out. So, yeah, I think you're right. It's a little less forced. Well, quite a lot less forced. I'm not normally a fan of the split house. Sorry, Gaz. But this has worked out pretty... see?
Oh, it's come around
pretty well so far, I must admit.
Well, me and Rylan are anti the split house. So.
Oh, was Rylan as well? Was he tweeting about it?
Liked my tweet.
What did you say? Oh, justice for Kate and Spencer.
Yeah, I said I hate house divide with a passion.
That's because Rylan loves the throwback.
And he agreed with me.
I watched our house visit with Rylan, our last Celebrity Big Brother house. That is a painful watch for me. I don't know what kind of a Gaz that was, but he was a monster. You generally shrieking at me. That's part of the course.
Oh, God.
I was going around being obnoxious. You were like,
no.
Go and get Rylan to follow us on Twitter. So I hand you the phone and I disappear and I go back. Linz is going to follow us.
Oh, that sounds good.
And it's a continuous shot.
I don't even remember us doing that.
I used to film it vertical because it was Facebook we were focusing on for video back then. So it's like this rubbish little vertical video of me just looking at things randomly. It's not good.
Oh, that sounds...
The quality of the house tours has stepped up.
That would be like what I was doing if I was doing it this year.
You actually took the phone at one point and filmed yourself and said it's better than when Gaz is doing it, isn't it, when I do it? You said that.
Did I?
Anyway, sorry.
That was AI, that wasn't me.
Sorry, Liam. Got distracted. Current front runners for me are Lily, annoying / entertainment factor.
True.
Days, Sarah, Ali, Martha.
Oh.
God, there's a lot of them.
God.
Hannah,
Wow.
Rosie.
All the women then.
And Baked Potato.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie and Baked Potato are the same person.
Oh, yeah. They are. I don't think I've ever liked this many housemates within the first week.
That is a lot. Even I don't like that many.
Is there a single woman left out of that list? Emma.
Oh, I like Emma, so...
As for BBUS, I have no favourites to win, which is a shame as the season started so strong, but it just fell flat for me since Angela left. Yeah, us two. Who do you want to win? Well, we are going to do a US pod as well.
We're going to do a very brief US pod.
And surely it's got to be Angela for America's favourite. Yes, it's got to be America's favourite.
Please vote for Angela.
Who do I want to win? Literally don't care.
By the time this comes out, it'll be too late to vote for Angela.
It's a shame that BBUK ratings are down a bit on last year. A bit, I've heard half at this time last year, which is really sad. I hope ITV aren't too worried about it.
I'm sure they will be.
Well, I don't know, like ITV have decided that Big Brother is an ITV2 show. So if you're not going to put it on ITV1...
Yeah, it's going to be down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be down.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah, give it the respect it deserves and put it on a good channel or expect the ratings to be down.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean, how much ratings does Love Island get these days?
I've got no idea, but that's got to be dropping.
Yeah.
In fact, I would be interested to know.
Yeah.
Compared to Love Island, how is it doing?
So would I.
If it's a lot less than that, then I'm worried.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a shame because this is really good Big Brother and it deserves a better platform.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all for now. I could talk all night about BBUK at the moment, so the email would be a mile long.
I literally just have, so I know how you feel.
Bye, Liam. Thanks, Liam.
Thanks, Liam.
Joseph. We haven't heard from Joseph for a long time.
Oh, didn't he just come to the UK? Hope you had a nice trip.
We'll find out. Now, what I will say about Joseph's email is he's used a nice, lovely big font, so it's very easy on my eyes.
That's good, especially at this time of night.
Well, no, it helps me read it. I just don't know how long it is. No, it's quite short and sweet.
Good.
BBUK Week 1, Joseph is the subject. I feel there may be more of these.
He's the subject, is he?
Yeah, he is. Wow. Hi, Gaz and Lindsay. I'm so glad that BBUK is finally back on our screens. Just really wished it was more than 6 weeks.
Yeah, me
so do we.
too.
It feels a bit rushed for only being a 36-day series. So far,
Yeah.
my faves are Emma,
Mm-hmm.
Ali,
Mm-hmm.
Rosie, do you mean baked potato? Days,
All the women again then.
and possibly Lily, question mark.
Okay.
I'm not too sure there, Joseph.
Well, you're right to be reticent.
I did genuinely feel for her during her diary room session, saying that she thought people would hate her from the start. We'll see if she's putting on an... I suppose there's a missing act here. Because the true test is once the housemates leave the house. Is it? Why?
Why? Surely we don't know what they do when they leave the house.
When the cameras stop, that's when we really see the true housemate. Do you mean on Instagram? I don't know. I've been loving Emma's quotes. Her mentioning how she wanted to gag, bound, and place Lily in a box for a few hours was hilarious.
That was good.
Overall, I've been enjoying the series so far. Just wished it was a tad longer, and I'm good with either Nathan or Ryan getting the boot on Friday.
Yeah.
Best wishes, Joseph from Las Vegas. P.S. Slipping into it there. Lindsay, did Will Best smell good when you hugged him inside the BB house? Hashtag super jelly.
I didn't really notice the smell of him, did you?
I didn't notice the smell on AJ or Will, to be honest.
I
But
didn't.
I tell you, I didn't mention, no. I didn't notice a bad smell either.
No.
In which case, they must have smelled good.
He said he'd just been in the hot tub, so...
There must be a video of Will dunking his head in the hot tub.
I noticed no smell emitting from him whatsoever. Just a hot face and body.
Temperature-wise, or just in appearance? I was like, oh, your hair's wet. By the way, Lindsay's most disappointed that I cut the footage of both of the hugs. Sorry. I tried.
I know what happened.
Do you know what? It was very hard to fit us all in shot, mainly because of height differences.
Nah.
I tried to switch the camera, that's what happened.
It's all right, I know what happened.
What do you mean? Oh, you know what happened?
Yeah.
You lived it. Is that what you mean?
I was there.
You were there. You were within it. Now, Laurie's in the inbox. I told you there's a few emails this week. TGIF. Oh, thank God it's Friday. And the first of many BBUK evictions.
Yay.
Kudos to Gaz. The great video he put together of your time inside the new house.
Agreed. He put a lot of work
for the great video, sorry.
He put a lot of work into that.
Watching you two sitting on that diary room chair chatting with Big Brother was really something.
It was.
I imagined your 2000 self seeing this 2024 conversation and not believing it was happening. It really choked me up. Laurie was tearful over it.
Oh, that's it.
This is like Laurie's drag race mind. They go, what would you say to your younger self?
Yeah,
I wouldn't believe I was going to sit in the diary room chair and talk to Big Brother. That is for sure.
That's sweet.
As I'm not sure if you're caught up with BBUS, I'll just say I'm casting Angela votes in your honour, Lindsay.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think she has a snowball's chance in hell of winning AFP, but if we can get her into the top 3, I think it would really warm her heart.
But actually, save it for the other one.
She had such an impact on this season. I think it would be a crime not having her acknowledged on finale night. Ta-ta for now, Laurie.
Absolutely.
Kiss emoji, kiss emoji.
Thanks, Laurie.
And if you are only here for BBUK, you'll find there's a lot of overlap with other Big Brothers that we watch, hence people talking about both.
Yeah, but we don't bang on about it on the wrong podcast. Just the odd mention here and there.
Now, Ashton sent an email. Yeah.
Oh, Ashton.
Another shout out. Ashton's on Twitter, you know.
Oh,
do you know his...
No.
I think you might follow him.
No.
Shall I give you Ashton's handle? Everyone should go and follow Ashton.
Hold on,
Ashton's handle is Mr. Ashtonio. And yeah, he's also one of my current favourite people in the BBUK sphere. Because he fixed me up with some music from Big Brother that I really wanted to get hold of.
Oh. Mr. Ashtonio follows me. I don't follow them. I am now.
Now, I don't know why if Ashton here, I'm calling him Ash, is looking into the future, but it says day 9 in the BBUK house. We are not on day 9 yet, are we?
No. The picture of Derek.
Yeah. Old school. Hey, Lindsay and Gaz, hope you're both doing well. Before Sunday, I was quite apprehensive about this series of Big Brother.
Yeah, me too.
Mainly because of the lack of advertising. But wow, have they delivered. I knew from the launch that the cast would give us iconic moments, even though others thought not. All right, Mr. Know-it-all. Safe to say, I was half right. The girls are amazing, especially Lily and Days, which, contrary to popular opinion, I love her, and that meltdown from Sarah about the sandwich was classic. The guys, not so much.
Agreed.
It was very obvious that they're just a bunch of Love Island rejects. It's a shame ITV didn't take the opportunity to cast some more men in their late 30s and 40s. Yeah, represent. To bridge the gap between Emma, in brackets icon, and Dean.
Yeah, agreed.
Hang on a minute. Ali is older than Dean. Unbelievable, but she is. Ali is 38. Dean's 34.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shit. I put the cheat sheet away.
Or did you intend that? And it's an observation on the difference in ages between the oldest man and the oldest... No, he's not the oldest man. He's the oldest man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he meant.
Yeah, that is.
Sorry, Ashton. Someone on the production department has been doing their research because, my God, do I feel like I'm watching a repeat of Big Brother 2009.
Oh.
Dogface and Halfwit. Even the rations are mimicking it as well. No, sorry, ratings, not rations. Ratings. Are they? Did it do badly? Yeah, because it did. Maybe. I'm shocked at how low the overnights are, but I entirely blame ITV. Last series showed that Big Brother still had life in it, especially when it's backed by the broadcaster, but it seems like they've shot themselves in the foot after Celebrity.
Right.
I've always maintained the opinion that Civilian is better than Celebrity. Yes, it is.
Or the pleb version, as some people call it.
And the what?
The pleb version.
Who's calling it that?
Someone I know.
Civilian, we say.
Yeah.
And that Celeb should have been rested for longer in order for ITV to settle and get to grips with the format properly.
No, it just needed to be on ITV1, I think, in my opinion.
BBUK, the main series.
Yeah.
Me too. It's eviction night, and I'm so hoping that Ryan is evicted. He, alongside Marcello, really makes me lose hope in the male species. Although I'm very worried, I've seen a few people vote to evict Nathan, which I find completely stupid, considering Ryan is probably going to coast and we won't have another opportunity to get him out. I felt the same way.
Oh, we did get him out. Look, not all men are pigs.
And some vote to evict Dean and Baked Potato in capitals. Seriously, whoever rewatched BB10 and came up with that name deserves a raise. Because they're boring and Nathan has been entertaining.
Yeah.
What? I got a bit lost there with the whole sidetrack. Some vote to evict... Let's go back here. I find it completely stupid considering Ryan's probably going to coast and we won't have another opportunity to get him out. And some vote to evict Dean and Baked Potato because they're boring. And Nathan has been entertaining. And Ryan was causing trouble in the task, making the show better because he ate a sausage. Oh, people are saying that eating a sausage
is entertaining. Right, got you. It's not.
Sausage muncher. I so hope Ryan goes, and if he doesn't, I might cry. If Baked Potato goes, I might just have to leave the country.
Jesus.
Hope you're having a good night. Can't wait to listen to the podcast again. Ashton. P.S. Have we all just forgotten about BB26? Because I have. P.S. Hope you're doing well, Lindsay.
Ah,
that's what I'm going to
say.
There's more to that sentence, but read that off.
I will read that. Thank you. I'm very, very well. I'm very, very well. Spoke to lots of our listeners this week, and it was very nice to hear from them. And this is the last email of the week, unless someone gets one in the next minute. This is from Connor. Oh, Connor, I love Connor. And the subject says, "Get Ryan out." Hey Gaz and Linz, BBUK got off to a pretty good start in my opinion. The female casting is definitely miles ahead of the men. Common opinion here. God, all the emails are basically the same. I feel like we're getting a lot of good conversations and some potential for tension. Yeah. Potential. The shopping episode task. The shopping episode take. This means task. The shopping task episode was shit. We learnt nothing about that episode. But I'll let it pass for now. I like the shopping task. Yeah, but he's not into the law like you are. The Coconut Island. He's American, you know. It's a staple of Big Brother. Yeah. Ali is my number one at the moment. Top tier housemate. Yes. Lily is grown on me, but she needs to stop
mentioning her Chinese takeaway.
And also picking her nose.
We get it. Give us more.
Yeah, we get it. It's true.
Give us more what?
Good point.
Chow mein. I put my 5 votes on Ryan. Oh.
God, everyone hates Ryan.
Classic case of controversial VT, but then giving nothing in the house.
Yeah, correct.
The only moment of reprieve was his diary room conversation where he admitted Daisy is an alright person and that he would have judged her on the outside because of her climate activism.
Yeah.
Connor. P.S. I'm also rewatching BB5 after listening to your Blast from the Past.
Oh wow, cool.
The contrast is stark with the current series. Do you plan on doing any more Blast from the Past? BB6/BB7 would be good.
When did we last do the Blast from the Past? It was about 2 years ago.
Ages ago.
We do need to do one.
Yeah, but the truth is our off-season hasn't been very long.
No.
So we've not really ever needed
But now Canada's gone, we
We'll
can
have a
do
longer
one
off-season.
then, can't we?
Yeah.
We'll do one, literally one.
Yeah, we'll do BB6.
Yeah. Thanks, Connor.
Thank you, Connor.
was
And
really
thank you
nice.
everyone else that
Wow,
emailed
that
in.
was a good bunch of emails
Sorry,
there.
I butchered yours a little bit, Ashton.
Everyone was very had good thoughts and on the same page basically.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, common consensus that it's good Big Brother. So you can't complain, can
That's
you?
good engagement as well. I appreciate it. Thanks for writing in.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Anyway, that's enough of this. Follow me on Twitter, @LightUpVia.
Follow me on Twitter, BB_Superfan.
Follow BB on Blast.
At
Follow
BB
us
on
on
Blast.
Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You can watch our house tour video on there. Don't know
And
if we
please,
mentioned it.
please also like and do write nice things if you like it on the YouTube video, because
Only if you
I want
to.
more people to see it, and it's not performing as well as the last video did. So any engagement you can give it, and if you can subscribe as well, that really helps
Tell a
us.
friend.
Thank you.
And read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. And yeah, we might do a very brief thing about BB26, even though no one cares now.
Yeah.
Keep it cute, keep it mute.
We've got to just do a little something before the final.
We're going to try and be back every Friday to cover the whole week and the eviction.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll stick to that.
Yeah, but you might find the episodes drop on Saturday just
Yeah.
because we've got to put them together.
Yeah, come on. We've got to get in the production.
But there's no show on Saturday, so there's your
No,
Saturday night sorted.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, thank you for listening.
Thanks so much, and let's hope it carries on being a good season.
Eee!
Woo! Bye!